Home service problems occur, even at the most inconvenient times, like during a health crisis. And Hiller is always here to help you 24/7. As people are social distancing and staying at home on workdays, it's an easier time to take care of home maintenance items that you feel are necessary. And we've put new safety precautions in place, like wearing gloves, avoiding physical contact, new sanitation protocols, and limiting time in your home. We're here for you.
Call the Happy Face Truck today.
JC's Tree and Landscaping Service specializes in quality tree work done at an affordable price. Trimming and removing trees are their specialty. They also offer other services like land clearing, stump grinding, crane services, and all of your basic landscaping needs for both commercial and residential. JC's will give you a free estimate and beat any written quote by a competitor to guarantee that you get the lowest price around. Don't risk your land with a fly-by-night service. JC's Tree and Landscaping is licensed and insured. Give them a call at 865-599-3799.
Deep down the middle's got his man, and he's gone. Jason Swain, touchdown.
It's time for the Swain event.
Guess what time it is? My time. You can check your iPhone. Better say it's our time.
With your host, Jason Swain.
My man.
Real sports talk for the real sports fan.
All you chumps are gonna bow when I whoop him.
It's time for the Swain event, fueled by Dead End Barbecue.
Give it to his mouth and a Ric Flair.
Swain Event and SwainEvent.com, fueled by Dead End Barbecue, top 100 barbecue restaurant in America. Jason Swain here with you, Ben McKee. It is April the 2nd, 2020. Best day of the week. Swain Event, fueled by Dead End Barbecue, top 100 barbecue restaurant. Ben McKee, Jason Swain. Ben, what's up, man? Big day for you today, man. Big day for us both today.
Gonna be a fun show.
I hope so, man. A lot of pressure, Ben. A lot of pressure.
Pressure on what?
A lot of pressure. We got two big-time guests on for today. We got Walker Merrill, the 2021 four-star receiver from Brentwood Academy there in Nashville. You see how I said four-star, Ben?
I heard that. Your ESPN is your favorite recruiting rankings at the moment.
Right now, they're the best. They're my favorite because they have Walker Merrill as a four-star recruit. If one recruiting service has one of our players ranked higher than another, that's the one I go with. That is a Swain Event tradition like no other.
Tradition.
This is correct. Your boy Kari Blassingame is going to be on with us today, man. I'm really excited about having him on and talking to him. He is the Titans' starting fullback. He's from the 256. Are you claiming him from Newmarket, or are we gonna say Huntsville? What you want to do, Ben? You want to say
Huntsville?
Okay, he's from Huntsville. Went to high school with Ben, teammates, good friends with Ben, and so we will have him on today. Looking forward to that. So, man, a lot of pressure today to have a good show, man. I thought yesterday was a pretty good show, and so we'll have to back that up. My school, in your school, Ben, just doesn't disappoint. We just don't disappoint, man.
Yeah, Grissom High School tends to embarrass people. That is the school you are referring to, right?
No, I ain't talking about high school where you got a buck statue in the front of your school that had to be removed because people was driving by shooting at it. I ain't talking about that. I ain't talking about your country high school.
I think Grissom should build a statue of the Tiger King and put him outside of the high school. He would be well received at Grissom now.
No, man. our school is too sophisticated to be doing things like that, man. We too bougie to be doing things like that. we don't do things like that, Ben. I'm talking about the University of Tennessee.
Oh, that school, the school that has managed to have a coaching search in the midst of a pandemic,
Yes.
and the school who has the greatest women's basketball program of all time has had 2 transfers back-to-back days, of which were starting guards as sophomores, and there's drama with each of those players. That school.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I mean, my school, your school, our school.
I wouldn't want to have it any other way.
During the pandemic, we get the same stuff going on as a normal day. 2 transfers, 2 starting players. Zay Green was out for the year with a torn ACL, but she would have been arguably the best player in this team.
She honestly opened the door for Jasmine Massengale to start all year long.
Yeah. Zay Green she's the real deal. They're from Duncanville High School, and man, Duncanville just has so many resources. You know, when I used to go to Dallas for football combines, Duncanville was the host high school, and their stadium looked like a mini college stadium. Their baseball stadium looked like I'm not exaggerating here, looked like a AAA stadium. I'm not exaggerating one bit. The coach was getting paid about, I want to say, 2 something, and he wasn't teaching. The football coach there at Duncanville High School, I mean, it was like a mini college campus, and that's just how it is there in Dallas, Texas. But I remember Vanderbilt had a defensive tackle actually, from Duncanville High School. Again, he went to Vanderbilt, and then I think right now he plays for the New England Patriots.
Adam Butler?
Yep, Adam Butler. Zay Green from Duncanville High School, and maybe she is on her way back to Texas because she is going to transfer. Man.
Where is Duncanville located in the state of Texas?
It's from Dallas.
Okay.
Dallas area.
So not too far from College Station. That is why I ask.
Yeah. It's in the Dallas area. So this is Zay Green transfer has some layers to it. Because when I first heard it, I was like, whoa. I got some questions. This does not make sense at all. This does not make sense. She didn't play all season. Tennessee helped her get back. And I don't even know if she's 100%. I don't think she is because, not too long ago I saw her and she still had a little limp to her. But maybe that's just a cool walk. I'm not sure. But I was just surprised that she would transfer until I saw her statement. And her statement, I don't know if it was – I don't think she got it approved by anybody in the Thornton Center. But it raised some questions, Ben. And I don't know if you have it pulled up. I can pull it up if you don't. But it didn't really help with my questions. It actually added more questions.
Made it worse.
Yeah, it did, man. It really did.
Yeah. The line that stands out in her post on Instagram is that due to my actions and decisions and the coaches, it has been best for me to part ways from the University of Tennessee and figure out what is best for Zay Green. I would like to thank the fans and everyone else who has supported me through this journey the past 2 years. I'm very grateful for the memories. I appreciate you all who has helped me, her words, and been there for me from the beginning. But during this time, I ask that you all respect my privacy as I go through this tough part of my life. Just know my journey does not end here. Number 14, out.
Yeah. Little, Kobe at the end, the Kobe Bryant at the end, a little Willie Beeman there at the middle, talking third person, which I don't have a big problem with. I think it's funny. But the part of it that made me ask more questions was the part about due to my actions. It's like, whoa. Due to my actions, wait a minute. I thought we were just transferring just because we wanted a new change of scenery. Maybe we felt like it was a better opportunity to win. I mean, you're from Duncanville, so I understand. They win. They're used to winning and competing for championships, and the Tennessee that you thought you were playing for is not the Tennessee that you played for. I mean, Tennessee was, barely in the middle of the pack in the SEC. That's not maybe what you expected, and maybe you want to get back closer to home after experiencing a career altering injury. I would certainly understand, but actions like whoa. Lady Vols don't get in trouble. That's not the Lady Vol program I know. They don't get in trouble. Lady Vol program I know, everybody graduates and no one gets in trouble. But in the last year, we've had a player try to steal some Tommy Hilfiger from the outlets. Tommy Hilfiger? Who's trying to steal Tommy Hilfiger, man? Come on, man. We've had that. Now that's been resolved and we've moved forward, and that player has not had an issue since then. And now we have a player now that is citing due to their actions. Now, when I think of players get in trouble, that's us. That's us on the football team. That's what we do well. We get in trouble now.
Unfortunately, the Holly Warlick Lady Vol basketball program did not fare well towards the end of her tenure in terms of staying out of trouble, because Jordan Horston was a Holly Warlick recruit.
Yeah.
Zay Green, a Holly Warlick recruit and player. Tia Cooper, who transferred to South Carolina, then transferred to Baylor, Holly Warlick player. Lavina Westbrook, not necessarily trouble, but a lot of drama there. Holly Warlick player and recruit. And then Diamond DeShields, Holly Warlick player and recruit.
My. Man, I mean, we the ones that get in trouble. We are the ones that are fighting our own teammates in front of Rocky Top gas station. We are the ones that are holding up people with fake guns and things like that. The pilot, that's what we do.
Shooting guns in the air.
Yeah, we the one that get in trouble. Not the Lady Vols. Come on now. 865-255-03. We'll take our first break of the day. Swain event fueled by Dead End Barbecue. Be right back.
You don't have to take an L just because you can't listen to the Swain event live. You can catch up on the podcast posted daily on the app, online, and on iTunes.
Voted Best Barbecue in City View Magazine and a top 100 barbecue restaurant in the country, Dead End is a no-brainer when you are craving the smoky flavor of quality Q. Dead End makes it easy to enjoy their fantastic menu with online ordering and local delivery with Valet Gourmet. That's right, you can have Dead End brought to you. Can't think of the spread for your next event? Get Dead End to cater it. Check them out online, deadendbbq.com. Dead End Barbecue. The search is over.
You're driving home, flashing blue lights in your rearview mirror. You pull over, step out of your car, and the next thing you know, you're being arrested for driving under the influence. Now what do? We all should be responsible. But remember, just because you're arrested doesn't mean you're guilty. Call criminal defense and DUI attorney Marcos Garza at 865-540-8300. The investigative teams at the Garza Law Firm know the justice system inside and out. They utilize cutting-edge technologies and investigative methods to prepare your specific case. Before you plead guilty to any criminal charges, call criminal defense and DUI attorney Marcos Garza. Put his number in your phone right now, 865-540-8300, because you never know when you or a friend will need it. Don't say guilty. Say Garza. 865-540-8300. 865-540-8300 and GarzaLaw.com.
While the other guys are taking guesses, the Swain event is taking you behind the scenes and in the huddle every morning from 7 till 10 right here.
Jason Swain here. If you're feeling tired and grumpy, it could be low T or something else like sleep apnea. Low T Center now provides an easy and convenient home sleep test shipped to your home in little as 2 days and receive a CPAP device in little as 4 days. It's never been faster or easier to get tested, and most health insurance is accepted. Now is a great time to take care of yourself while you're being quarantined without sports. To order your sleep test online, just go to lowtcenter.com. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare. We're here with Dr. Michael Carlson of Tennessee Regenerative Sports Medicine to discuss stem cell treatment and PRP. If you have orthopedic injuries such as shoulder pain, knee pain, Achilles tendonitis, or tennis elbow, you should give them a call.
That's right, Jason. We specialize in regenerative non-surgical orthopedics. So we treat damaged tendons, ligaments, and joints by using ultrasound-guided injections with stem cells or PRP. And this form of treatment actually stimulates the body's own reparative process and allows for healing of the damaged tissue.
So, Doc, what makes your training different than others?
Well, Jason, I've been practicing in Knoxville for 26 years, and I'm certified in interventional regenerative orthopedic medicine through the American Academy of Orthopedic Medicine. So unlike the big seminars that will advertise stem cells, fly someone in for a couple hours to talk about supposed stem cells that you order off of a shelf, then they'll depart, leaving the patient wondering who will be the person injecting me and what their level of training is. At Tennessee Regenerative Sports Medicine, I'm the one doing the procedure, and we're using your own bone marrow stem cells or PRP. So in other words, it comes from you and it goes back to you. So you know exactly what you're getting and know exactly the level of training involved.
Tennessee Regenerative Sports Medicine, trsportsmedicine.com. East Tennessee's leader in PRP and stem cell therapy.
You're listening to the Swain Event.
And you know this, man.
Swain Event, SwainEvent.com, fueled by Dead End Barbecue. Make sure to support your local businesses during this weird time. It's just weird. There's no other way to put it. Just weird. Please listen to your officials and stay your butt at home. Don't make me have to go Samuel L. Jackson on you this morning. I prefer not to use those type of words before 8 o'clock in the morning. But I will if we need to. Samuel L. Jackson says, stay your blanket home. So stay at home unless you have to. 865-250-503 is our telephone number right here to the Swain Event. Hope you're having a great morning. I know for a lot of folks, they're working at home and your routine may be off a little bit. And so I really appreciate everyone going back and listening to the podcast and checking us out there. It's just been weird times. Weird times. I mean, before the break, I was talking a little bit about what's going on with the Lady Vol basketball program, and it's different. It's different for us. Usually we're used to a football player because there's just so many of us on one team. We're talking about over 100 young men, and just the numbers alone point to someone messing up in football rather than in basketball. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if it's football, baseball, basketball, soccer. Doesn't matter. At the end of the day, these are all still young people. And young people make mistakes, just like your old self too. You make mistakes as well. They may not be as silly as some of the young mistakes, but you make mistakes. And so, we were joking a little bit before the break about usually football players get in trouble. And what I saw about Zay Green, and let me say this first. Zay Green was one of my favorite players on this team. This news hurt me. Oh, it hurt me. This hurt me. Because Zay had the swag. Zay had she had the one-on-one moves. She had that ice water in her veins being. I mean, this hurt me.
Yeah. I was disappointed to see the news as well because she had the makings of being one of the best players in the country, just from a mentality standpoint. Obviously, from a playing ability, she could drive the basketball. She had the makings of a good shot. She only shot 29% from the three-point line as a freshman, and she took over 100 threes. So she did not necessarily shoot the basketball well from the perimeter, as a freshman, but I thought she had the makings of a really nice jump shot. At minimum, to where at some point in her career she was going to be a reliable shooter from the perimeter. But she's tenacious on the defensive side of the basketball. She is that spark plug that every basketball team needs on the floor, because she is not going to just stand by and let her team perform poorly. So I agree with you. I was shocked, surprised when I heard the news, and it's really unfortunate as to why this situation is unfolding. I really wish it could have worked out for both sides, Tennessee and Zay Green, because, well, Tennessee needs Zay Green more than Zay Green needs Tennessee.
Correct.
And Kelly Harper is walking this fine line, and we talked about it yesterday. And to me, this is why the Jasmine Massengale transfer and the Zay Green transfer news is odd, is because, yes, Kelly Harper needs to establish her culture. Again, this was always my argument with Charlie, is that Holly Warlick was 10 times worse running the Lady Vols basketball program off the court than she was on the court. On the court was not great. It was a problem, but it was not the problem. It wasn't the problem 1, 2, and 3. And you are starting to see why. And these are just shrapnel, to me, leftover shrapnel from the Holly Warlick era that, yes, Kelly Harper needs to clean up, and there are some things that she does not need to allow, she does not need to tolerate, but at the same time, because Holly Warlick also set the program back so far in recruiting, and with recruiting relationships or relationships in recruiting, how do you walk the fine line of reestablishing a culture but not running off your two of your best players, because you also need to win now because of the job that the Lady Vols basketball program is.
Did you run off Massengale though? That's the question.
I don't know.
She did, when she came into your office and kind of shared her intentions. Did you talk her off the ledge or attempt to talk her off the ledge? Did you go, old dude from Dave Chappelle? Let me holler at you. Come on now, Massengale. Come on now, don't leave now. Don't leave there. Just think about it. Now let me holler at you. Come on. Don't transfer. No. Did you do that? Did you try to at least talk her out of it? That's what I want to know. I want to know what happened there. But I was looking forward to Zay Green, Renee Davis, and Ray Burrell to be like a three-headed monster next year. Like, I was really looking for them. And then you add in Jordan Horston too. Like, I was looking forward to this basketball program and team taking a huge step next year. And, that's not going to be the case with these three players, because Zay Green is up and out of here. Now, she got some – part of her decision-making includes a little bit of a issue with with the law, and it's so small here, but we do have to mention it. I think Mike Wilson there at Knox News wrote an article about what Zay Green is facing. Being you have that in front of you?
I do. And Mike didn't do a deep dive into the situation, just because the situation does not need to be given a deep dive. He just kind of included it in his article about Zay Green transferring. It was just kind of like a nugget, a paragraph in the article. But it is that Zay Green is scheduled for a May 4th misdemeanor citation booking on a charge for simple possession / casual exchange of a controlled substance.
Yeah, and I looked it up, and basically it says here that it is an offense for a person to knowingly possess or casually exchange a controlled substance unless the substance was obtained directly from a valid prescription or order of like a doctor while acting in the course of a professional practice. So it sounds like maybe some prescription or something. It could be like Adderall or something. Not saying that it was, but it could be something like that. And she could have gotten in trouble for that. Which, how do you get in trouble for that? Golly, just reckless.
How about this? Before we continue, how about this stat? That
you get caught doing that. What are you doing, bro? What are you doing? Selling it on
my
Facebook
thing is,
Marketplace?
Yeah, that's my thing. Is like, how do you get caught doing it?
Well, I mean, God,
on something so simple.
So simple. My goodness. Anyways,
like, did you bring attention to yourself in some form or fashion in public, and then it just kind of spiraled from there? But there is a stat in college basketball right now, and I am bringing this up because with Jasmine Massengale leaving and Zay Green leaving, Kelly Harper needs to be in that transfer portal, like 2 feet in, 10 toes, 10 fingers. Every inch of Kelly Harper's body needs to be in the transfer portal. And how about this stat that Maria Cornelius dug up, if I can find it? But of the top 20 players in the country last year, or in Zay Green's class, 8 of them have transferred. 40% of the top 20 players from Zay Green's 2018 recruiting class, I believe it is, 40% of them are transferring, which is absurd. So I bring that up to say that there will be options for Tennessee, and I think the transfer market is a much more viable option for Kelly Harper and the Lady Vols right now than the recruiting trails, because they were already kind of struggling to play catch up with taking over the program from Holly Warlick, and that's even set them back for this upcoming recruiting class. So if I'm Kelly Harper, I am searching that transfer portal all day, every day.
Well, just what I've kind of gathered from the situation with Zay Green, because we just not used to Lady Vol players getting themselves in this type of predicament. But what I was told is that she got some maturing to do academically. She was not on track to do what 100% of Pat Summit players has done, and that is take care of business in the classroom and graduating. Not saying that she wasn't going to graduate, but she was not taking care of business in the classroom like she should have in her first 3 or 4 semesters here, and that might have been like her first citation, but she has been in some mess before. So you just hope that she matures, she learns from the situation, and then she goes and becomes a really, really good player, because I enjoy watching her play. And at the end of the day, she still is a young person who made a mistake. So we wish her the best, as long as you don't go to UConn.
Yes.
You
or
go to UConn, we wish the worst on you.
UConn or South Carolina.
I don't care about South Carolina. I like the coach.
It's weird.
Staley.
It's weird. I hate South Carolina, but I love Dawn Staley. I don't just like Dawn Staley. I love her. If you remember last year when the Lady Vols had the opening for the job, I was king. Go pay Dawn Staley whatever she wants. At least give her a call. She is probably not going to come. There is a 0.01% chance she comes, but at least give her a phone call. I mean, I love Dawn Staley, and it's weird because we're not supposed to like South Carolina, but I don't want to see her at South Carolina because I don't want to play against her for the next 3 years.
Yeah, but
at least with UConn, you played them once.
I wish the best for her as a person if she goes to South Carolina. Mm-hmm. If she goes to UConn, I wish the worst on her as a person. And I'm supposed to be saved. I gotta ask for repentance during the break.
Like, I've got my Bible right here. We can dive in this morning if we need to. We can get Turkey Man, TC on the phone.
My fandom is taking over, man. I gotta take it down a notch.
Swain,
see what you did to me, Gino. See what you did to me, Gino.
Swain,
character.
I want you to think of this question as we move forward through the show. I know we've got around the SEC and attaboy and touchdown or turnover. We've got Walker Merrill coming up soon. But with this information that has come out in parts of Zay Green, does this change how you feel in terms of how you look at Kelly Harper when the news first broke of Massengale and Zay Green transferring?
Well, I'll answer that, man. We got around the SEC, and then we'll get to that question and keep it going. I can hear Swain Event listener right now. Thank you. We got some football coming up. Lady Vol talk. Listen, man, we in a pandemic. Kind of bear with us here. Swain Event, be right back.
Swain Event TV, like us on Facebook.
With smartphones being such an integral part of our daily lives, it is truly an inconvenience when it doesn't work properly. It disrupts the normalcy of our day. When you go into the cell phone store to have it repaired, they just try to upsell you on a new phone. That's why the owner of iDrop, T. Kell, left those places and opened iDrop. His goal is a happy customer. T. Kell and the team will listen to what you have going on and work to solve the problem of your broken device in a way that best suit your needs. Instead of trying to upsell you on something that you just don't need. They don't just repair phones, they can service your laptop or PC as well as your Mac. Windows 7 support is over, but iDrop can help you transition to Windows 10. They have a 5-star rating on Google with hundreds of positive reviews. Let me say that again. I don't think y'all understand how big this is. They have a 5-star rating on Google. Their customer service really speaks for itself. So if you ever find yourself with a device that isn't performing as it should, give iDrop a call at 865-888-9740 or check them out on Facebook at iDrop of Knoxville. If man made it, they can fix it.
Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union has helped people save money for almost 80 years. Whether it's free checking, financing a vehicle, or purchasing that new home, Alcoa 10 is here to help you. Better rates, better service. Check them out at atfcu.com.
Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union, a place where you belong.
Member NCUA.
Joined by Jennifer Morris with Keller Williams Realty. Hey, Jennifer, how you doing?
Hey, Jason, doing great.
With everything going on right now and some of the adjustments that we have made to our daily lives, how are you helping clients with their real estate needs?
Thanks a bunch for asking. Yes, real estate is still happening. People are still buying and selling homes. And fortunately, we have the technology in this age to be able to do things a little bit differently.
Jennifer, how is the real estate industry able to serve clients with the current precautions in place, such as social distancing?
Fortunately, 98% of buyers are already searching for homes online. So I'm just stepping up my game and doing virtual tours, giving people an opportunity to look at homes in a different way that can't be there physically. And if they do have to come physically, taking extra precautions with cleaning and sanitizers.
So, Jennifer, for people that have questions or looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, how can they contact you?
You can just give me a call at 865-257-7897 or email me at jennifermorris865@gmail.com.
Craving flavors that don't take hours in the kitchen? Mrs. Grissom's cheese spreads and chicken salads are the perfect go-to. Ready-to-eat meals and snacks found in the meat or dairy section at your local grocery store. Whether you crave the classic Mrs. Grissom's pimento cheese or the gluten-free select varieties like the cranberry pecan chicken salad, enjoy small-town flavor in every bite. Select the best. Select Mrs. Grissom's.
I'm Vince Moore, wide receiver, VFL 1991, and you're listening to the Swain Event. Around the SEC, powered by 42nd Street Marketing, your game-winning play call for design, marketing, and branding.
Around the SEC is brought to you by 42nd Street, 42sd.com is the website. Specializing in website design, print design, and logo design. Ben McKee, Jason Swain here. I just want you to know, Ben, because Kari Blasingame is coming on the show, I decided to wear orange.
I'm wearing orange. It's hard to see because it's my shorts, but I'm wearing Tennessee orange shorts.
Hey man, put your leg down, Ben. You ain't got hair all above the knee. Ain't nobody got time for that, Ben.
It's shorts. Can't see any of the goods.
Got the house shoes on. You get them from your daddy?
Oh, you saw my house shoes?
Yeah, man. It's like Grandpa McKee with those house shoes on, man. You got socks on too.
I do not do bare. I always have socks on. I hate walking barefooted.
But you got house shoes on. You don't need socks.
Yeah, but then my feet start sweating and it feels weird on the fur inside my house shoes. I hate the feeling of like sweaty feet and balmy feet and the feel of the cold hardwood floor. And really the thing is, I'm afraid I'm going to step on something, not necessarily in my
with your
apartment,
dog.
but
you might with your dog in the house.
No, he's a good boy. I'm not going to step on anything from him. If I stepped on something, it would be because of my own idiotic self leaving something on the floor.
Just keep your feet on the floor, Blaine, and keep your legs down.
It's my mom's fault because when I was little, she told me a story about how she stepped on a bee with her barefoot when she was younger. And, like, from that point on, I was always, like, petrified of stepping on something.
Keep your feet in the ground, Ben. Keep your
Socks,
legs down.
to me, prevent that.
We do not want to see above your knees here on this show. We good, man. All right?
I was just showing evidence that I do have a power T on this morning.
If that's what you want to call it, Ben. If you want to call it power T, you call it power T. Just keep it to yourself, all right? Just keep it to yourself, Ben. Keep it over there.
I have a comment, but I'm going to keep it to myself and move along because the NCAA has updated the recruiting dead period. The Division I Council Coordination Committee and the Division II Administrative Committee extended the recruiting dead period through May 31st. The committees will continue to be guided by experts to determine whether the date needs to be extended. So I believe it was originally April 15th in which the recruiting dead period was extended through, and now it has been extended past that through May 31st.
You know what's crazy is that they actually have to say this.
And I still don't believe people are going by it.
Because, I mean, duh, the dead period is extended. We on house arrest like John Jones. Everybody's on house arrest. Duh. But you know there's one assistant coach in the SEC who's like, hey, meet me off exit 82. Hey, let me holler at you.
Sounds like Hugh Freeze.
Hey, meet me in Birmingham. Meet me right there in Birmingham. Yeah, meet me at the varsity. Yeah. You know our campus is in Atlanta. Meet me at the varsity. I got a little something I want to give to you. I mean, you know, there's one assistant coach that's like, hey, this is my time to get an advantage. My time to get ahead. So you got to make some rules. You got to do that for those violators out there.
Have you had a chance to check out the HBO documentary, The Scheme, that is a deep dive into the investigation around college basketball centered around Christian Dawkins?
I have not, man. I do not have HBO.
I do not either.
I need to get a login and a password from somebody.
Where you at, D'Arval?
Yeah, I need to get a login. He did offer his login and password before on something else, but I need.
That's right. I think it was Game of Thrones or Hard Knocks. I think it was.
Yeah, I need to get a login and password from somebody. Holla at your boy.
Have you seen the reaction? Involving Will Wade.
I saw a article being written by someone down there in Baton Rouge. Or Louisiana about Will Wade and how this looks really bad on him. He ain't he ain't gonna get fired. He's not going
And
anywhere.
that's why I am bringing this up, because as you mentioned, the documentary did not look good for Will Wade. They had audio evidence of him discussing the quote strong ass offer regarding Javonte Smart, but in Will Wade's words, smart thing. So a strong blank offer regarding Javonte Smart's thing is what he said on the audio, but you can hear that in the documentary on HBO. And nothing has changed for Will Wade, as you would expect. LSU athletic director Scott Woodward came out and said that we are aware of the documentary that first aired on March 31st on HBO. There is no change to Coach Will Wade's employment status at LSU, and we will continue to cooperate with all reviews in this matter.
Let me ask you something, man. When you are traveling out of town, say you're going to Nashville, you're going back to Huntsville, you're going just wherever you're going, Ben, down 40 to check out ETSU basketball team. Like when you are traveling on the highway, why do you speed? Sounds like a stupid.
Get there faster.
Correct, right? Are you more likely to speed when it's just you on the road, or are you more likely to speed when there's other people around you also speeding?
When there's other people around me.
Why is that?
Because I'm mixed in with them.
That's right. They speeding, so hey, I might as well speed too. You can't pull us all over, right? If I'm a college coach, why in the heck should I follow the rules right now? Why?
I wouldn't.
I mean, why would you follow the rules right now? Will Wade has been caught on wiretap. HBO comes out with a documentary, and they're diving in deeper to what he was saying and what was going on. And he's still coaching at LSU. Not only is he coaching at LSU, he's still recruiting at a high level.
I wonder how.
I mean, why would you even – if you see a car roll past you at 85 miles per hour and you see 3 cars roll past you, 4 cars roll past you, you're like, hey, I'm not getting this line. I'm not getting this Soul Train line. I'm about to go. So why would you even follow the rules if you are a college coach, unless you are the deacon and you deliver the word like Rick Barnes? Now, Rick Barnes doesn't have to do all that. But if I'm any other coach,
it might be time.
I can't wait to throw out some Big A offers.
We need Paulo Banchero. Might be time to adjust the recruiting efforts.
It may be time to throw out a Big A offer.
It might be time, because it seems like Duke sure is doing the same. But is there any doubt in our mind as Tennessee fans, if Will Wade was the head coach at Tennessee, he would have been fired months ago?
Oh, if he was Tennessee coach, he would have got 25-year show calls.
Exactly. I do have some good news, and that is that Georgia has lost one of its key basketball assistants to a head coaching job. According to AJC.com, Joe Scott is leaving Tom Crean's staff for the head coaching job at Air Force. This will actually be his second stint at Air Force. He coached the Falcons from 2000 to 2004, going to the NCAA tournament in 2004. He has also been the head coach at Princeton and Denver. So I was a big fan of this, because obviously this hurts Georgia.
Anything that hurt Georgia is okay with me.
That's right. A couple of key Missouri players have announced their intentions to enter the NBA draft. Xavier Pinson declared for the draft on Tuesday, but will retain his eligibility by not signing with an agent. And now he's been joined by 2 of his teammates, and those teammates are Jeremiah Tillman and Mitchell Smith. Tillman appeared in 17 games, started in 11, averaged 8.2 points, 4.4 rebounds, and 1.2 blocks. Smith averaged 5.1 points and 4.9 rebounds. None of them are really likely to stick in the draft class, but they're trying to do what Admiral Schofield did after Schofield's junior year and just receive feedback from the NBA on what the NBA thinks about their game.
Smart. Now you see why I don't like Will Wade's face.
He even aside from the FBI stuff, he has a very punchable face.
I just don't like Will Wade. He's the only coach in any sport in America that I just don't like. I just don't like his face. I can't stand watching LSU play because of him and his face.
What about Cal?
I'm okay with Cal. Man. I don't dislike people because they're great. I think Cal is a great coach. I think he's one of the greatest.
I think he's great, but I dislike him for his antics on the sideline. I think he's a petulant little child on the sideline.
Yeah, but it takes a lot for me not to just like you. It's going to take more than that.
He whines as much as Will Wade does on the sideline.
He doesn't.
But he's the head coach at Kentucky.
He's not demonstrative as Will Wade. And he doesn't have a punchable face like Will Wade either. Will Wade's face is just different. We got Attaboy coming up, so we got all our meanness out. We got positivity and
Better
happiness.
bring the tissues today, Swain. I'm just warning you.
We got happiness coming up next. So stay with us. Attaboy is coming up.
At work, can't call in? Don't feel bad. You can talk to the guys on the text box. It's part of the free Swain Event app.
If you're coming to Knoxville and need a place to stay, do yourself a favor and book a room at Hampton Inn Paper Mill, also known as the Hampton on the Hill. This award-winning property is literally in the top 5% of all Hampton Inn properties. The GM, Stephen Lawrence, is a good old local boy who grew up in the business around Knoxville. He and his staff are always available, always willing to help, and will go above and beyond for their guests. The newest Hampton Inn in Knoxville has clean, affordable rooms, flat screens, fridges, and microwaves in every room. Plus, breakfast is included in every rate. Not to mention, there's also a pool and fitness center on site. If it wasn't so close to amazing restaurants, bars, and shopping, you would never want to leave. At only 6 miles from campus, you're still right in where the big orange action is. Go to HamptonInn.com, search Knoxville, and book your room at the Hampton Inn Paper Mill or call 865-693-5400.
Do you have sloping or uneven floors, foundation cracks, or a leaning chimney? Do your windows and doors not open properly, or are there gaps where the floor and walls meet? Don't worry, B-Dry offers approved foundation repair solutions like steel I-beams, helical curing, epoxy injections, carbon fiber applications, and more. Make sure that your home is on stable ground with B-Dry. Call them at 865-588-0454 or find them online at bdry.com.
When I made the move to my own studio, I was worried about this. I was worried about that. I was worried about, hey, did I get this piece of equipment? Did I get that piece of equipment? Does that sound good? Does that not sound good? One thing I didn't have to worry about, that was office furniture, because Office Furniture Outfitters met my furniture needs. With a 50,000 square foot facility, they have East Tennessee's largest selection and are the best value for new and used office furniture. Located in Knoxville, it's easy to find everything you need for your new space, including desks, file cabinets, chairs, conference tables, and more. Office Furniture Outfitters is turnkey. They came to my place, we mapped everything out that was needed, they delivered, and get this, set everything up. To learn more about what Office Furniture Outfitters can do for you, log on to ofonox.com. That's ofonox.com. JC's Tree and Landscaping Service specializes in quality tree work done at an affordable price. Trimming and removing trees are their specialty. They also offer other services like land clearing, stump grinding, crane services, and all of your basic landscaping needs for both commercial and residential. JC's will give you a free estimate and beat any written quote by a competitor to guarantee that you get the lowest price around. Don't risk your land with a fly-by-night service. JC's Tree and Landscaping is licensed and insured. Give them a call at 865-599-3799.
I just wanted to come by and congratulate you on the great work you've been doing.
I like your style. You remind me of a young me.
Failure is not an option.
That boy is good.
Homes, remind yourself, nobody built like you. You design yourself.
Attaboy.
All right, it's time for Attaboy here in the Swain event, highlighting positivity. Ben, what you got for us today?
Do you have the tissues?
No.
Well, you are going to need some. I am going to, I believe it is New York, where a 90-year-old woman with coronavirus has passed away, but she told doctors to save a ventilator offered to her for younger patients. Quote, "I don't want to use artificial respiration. Save it for younger patients. I already had a good life." Shout out to Miss Suzanne. May she rest in peace. And just a quote that really touched my heart when I saw it on social media yesterday. I had a good life. Keep it for the younger ones, is what she told the doctor when she refused breathing assistance. And she passed away a few days ago, so may she rest in peace. But seeing that touched my heart, so I wanted to share that this morning.
No, that's a good one, man. I saw that article as well. I'm going to Boston and giving an attaboy to Robert Kraft. And a New England Patriots team plane is being used to transport $1.2 million. My goodness, $1.2 million N95 masks from China to the United States. According to the Wall Street Journal, the transfer was the result of multiple global negotiations and the Massachusetts mayor, Charlie Baker, calling on the Patriots team president for his help in acquiring the masks. The Patriots plane had to be upgraded for international travel, and a waiver to avoid a 14-day quarantine in China was granted if the crew did not leave the aircraft. So Robert Kraft and the Patriots get it for what? For what? Attaboy. My goodness. Attaboy. I'm so used to putting Robert Kraft on for what? But he gets an attaboy today for his assistance in allowing his plane to be used to transport N95 masks. Over 1 million of them was transported from China to the U.S. So, attaboy for Robert Kraft. Not for what?
I'm sure he'll do something for what worthy soon.
Nah, man, he's done. I think he's had enough of being on for what's, man.
Dolly Parton also deserves an atta-girl this morning.
That's right.
She is donating $1 million to Vanderbilt, which is going towards the research for the coronavirus in terms of researching the virus for a cure and to encourage people that can afford it to make donations. So, atta-girl to Dolly Parton, a national treasure that we must protect at all costs. The
right.
Queen of Tennessee.
That's right. Tennessee Queen, man. Tennessee Queen. Question for you, Benjamin.
Okay, Jason.
If you had to choose for your team, and this question is for your team. This question goes to Ben. This question goes to the listener. Your team. Your team can be the Steelers. Your team can be the Titans. Your team can be the Chiefs. Your team can still be the Colts, even Peyton Manning left. It's your team. It ain't my team. It ain't somebody else's team. It ain't your cousin's team. It ain't your friend's team. It's about your team. So mind your business. It's your team. Who would you take? Joe Burrow or Tua Tagovailoa? Who would
Joe
you take?
Burrow.
Why?
Because he doesn't have the injury history that Tua Tagovailoa has. I think Tua, if he stays healthy, has the chance to be better than Joe Burrow because he just has better natural arm talent than Joe Burrow. But are you willing to take that chance on Tua over Burrow simply because of the injury history? And Burrow does have some really nice traits to him. Obviously, Urban Meyer has described him as a competitive maniac, always focused, always motivated. He reads defenses quickly. He's very accurate with the football, has great timing with the football, terrific ball placement with the football. So there are a lot of aspects to Joe Burrow's game that I love. And if you remember our Jake Fromm, Jacob Eason conversation / debate that we had a month or so ago, I said that if I am looking for a quarterback, give me somebody who can cipher through what the defense is showing him very quickly, make good decisions, and somebody who is accurate with the football, and that is Joe Burrow. Tua Tagovailoa is a good leader, is accurate with the football, and can cipher through what the defense is showing him, but is he going to stay healthy? That is why I lean towards Joe Burrow.
I mean, this is a difficult question because on one hand, Tua is a better passer. I mean, and you can't even point to the fact, oh, well, he had, a bunch of talent around him. That's why he was so successful those 2 years at Alabama. Well, Joe Burrow had 2 first-round receivers too. Mm-hmm. And Jamar Chase is going to be a first-round receiver when he comes out, more than likely this year.
And a first-round tight end, right?
Moss, he may
first
be.
Round, second round, third round.
No,
so he's going to be one of the first tight ends off the board.
Yeah, he may be. He's dang good. But like Jamar Chase was a sophomore who won the Blitnikoff. He's going to be a first-round receiver next year. If he was coming out this year, he would probably be a first-round wide receiver. You got Jordan Jefferson, who's a first-round wide receiver. He's a baller. And so Joe Burrow, he's had great weapons too, just like Tua. So you can't really discount Tua for having great weapons around him because Burrow did as well. But you look at the injuries history, and Tua had an ankle, and then, this recently he had a hip. But he is younger than Joe Burrow. That's something that you can look at too. Joe Burrow, he's a little bit older. Does it really matter in the game of the NFL when they're protecting the quarterback so much? Does it really matter? This is not easy. It's easy because Tua was hurt. It's easy for the Bengals because, listen, I mean, Joe Burrow is from Ohio. This is a great fit for the Bengals. This is a great get for the Bengals. I think the city matters. I think Joe Burrow could probably handle a Chicago or New York a little bit better than a Tua. Tua seems like someone that would thrive a little bit better in a smaller market. But they're going to be forever connected. They'll be forever connected like the 2004 quarterbacks. They'll be forever connected like Dan Marino and John Elway, in my opinion. They will be forever connected. And so in 10 years, we'll be looking back and asking ourselves who had the better career. Hour 2 is coming up here on the Swain event. Touchdown turnover starts us off. Stay with us.
Touchdown or turnover is up next on the Swain event.
You're driving home, flashing blue lights in your rearview mirror. The next thing you know, you're being arrested for DUI. Be responsible, but remember, just because you're arrested doesn't mean you're guilty. Call DUI and criminal defense attorney Marcos Garza. Put this number in your phone right now, 865-540-8300, because you never know when you or a friend will need it. Don't say guilty, say Garza. 865-540-8300 and GarzaLaw.com.
When I made the move to my own studio, I was worried about this. I was worried about that. I was worried about, hey, did I get this piece of equipment? Did I get that piece of equipment? Does that sound good? Does that not sound good? One thing I didn't have to worry about, that was office furniture, because Office Furniture Outfitters met my furniture needs. With a 50,000 square foot facility, they have East Tennessee's largest selection and are the best value for new and used office furniture. Located in Knoxville, it's easy to find everything you need for your new space, including desks, file cabinets, chairs, conference tables, and more. Office Furniture Outfitters is turnkey. They came to my place, we mapped everything out that was needed, they delivered, and get this, set everything up. To learn more about what Office Furniture Outfitters can do for you, log on to ofonox.com. That's ofonox.com.
Alcoa Federal Credit Union, a place where you belong.
Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union has helped people save money for almost 80 years. Whether it's free checking, financing a vehicle, or purchasing that new home, Alcoa 10 is here to help you. Better rates, better service. Check them out at atfcu.com.
Alcoa Federal Credit Union, a place where you belong.
Member NCUA.
Touchdown or Turnover is backed by Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union, a place where you belong.
Touchdown or turnover, backed by Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union. We're going to the NFL for this one, my friend. Ben, the NFL will have business as usual with the NFL draft, and they will not postpone it. They will ride it on out. Of course, there's going to be some changes as far as people, coming together and social interaction and things like that. Most of the draft will be done virtually, and people will stay where they are at their house. But are you okay with the draft not changing dates, not moving, not doing anything, touchdown turnover, NFL's decision to not move the draft date, you agree with?
Touchdown. I don't disagree with it, but I don't, strongly agree with it either. I think really any decision would have made sense or could have been rationalized. The only thing that I would have had a problem with is if, and there is no way in heck that this was going to happen, but if they actually decided to proceed with the draft as planned, as originally scheduled, and not even necessarily just with fans in attendance, but if they had a bunch of people, in one room broadcasting the draft, then I think that would have been a little weird. But if they test Mel Kiper Jr. and Todd McShay and on ESPN, and then your Charles Davises of the world on the NFL Network, and whoever else might contribute. I know Kirk Herbstreit usually helps out with the ESPN broadcast and gives his point of view from a college perspective. As long as those guys, are tested and they don't have the coronavirus, I don't see a problem with them 3 or 4 in a room breaking down the players and what happens in the draft. Now, I do think it is a little weird to look inside each team's war room, Swain, and we see videos every year on social media, on the television, about these teams calling the players to inform them that this particular player has been drafted by this particular team, and how many people, team personnel, are in that war room. So many people, 30, 40, 50, 60 people. You can't do that this year. So I will be curious to see how they navigate through that. And then I imagine when they show the families on the television, it'll probably just be the immediate family, mom, dad, brother, sister, maybe significant other. So I'll be interested to see how they handle the war room, because like I said, there are a ton of people in that war room. But I'll go touchdown. I agree, but I don't feel like strongly about it or anything.
Adam Schefter, ESPN insider for the NFL, on Scott Van Pelt on Monday night, said, we all want to see the days where we have the distraction of football. But OTAs, that's not happening. The offseason program, that's not happening. The draft is only happening through the sheer force of determination and lack of foresight, frankly. They're determined to put this thing on while there's carnage on the streets. And Roger Goodell, when deciding to continue with the NFL draft on schedule despite the projections that the coronavirus will only worsen by the end of the month. He says that everyone recognizes that public health conditions are highly uncertain, and that there's no assurance that we can select a different date and be confident that conditions will significantly be more favorable for everyone than it is already today. I also believe that the draft can serve as a very positive purpose for our clubs, fans, and the country at large, and many of you have agreed. I'm actually okay with the draft continuing as scheduled, as long as you don't have a large group of people in one room, and we continue to social distance, and we use a great technology that we have at our fingertips to capture those special moments of a player getting a phone call. That's what is important for me. I want to see a ball club call up a NFL prospect and tell them that they have been drafted and see that reaction. For me, that's what I love about the NFL draft. If we can have those moments, then yeah, keep it going. And I think it does serve as a little bit of a distraction of everything that's going on. And I'll be honest with everyone right now, Monday, I wasn't sharp on this show like I wanted to be. Because over the weekend, I tried to disconnect from seeing anything about the coronavirus. I tried to disconnect from seeing the death count. I tried to disconnect from seeing all the negativity just for my mental health and for my mood. I did not want to see that. And I know I have to see all that stuff to keep up with everything that's going on in sports. This is my job. I got to keep up with stuff going on. So it's hard to separate politics. Oh my gosh. Would y'all just shut up and just get to work? My goodness. I can't separate politics from sports and from everything when I'm keeping up with current events. It's really, really hard. It's hard. I'm trying to find something to talk about sports related, and I got Susie over here giving us her political take. I don't care about your take, Susie. I wish I can block you. I can't mute you because you may say something great later about Tennessee or something that I want to see. I can't mute you right now because I'll probably forget to unmute you. But my goodness, I don't care about your political takes right now. And so I wasn't as sharp as I wanted to be on a Monday, just because, man, I just try not to look at that stuff. And I think the NFL draft going on would be a nice escape for football fans, just like the NFL free agency has been. Seeing Tom Brady go to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, seeing some of the moves that's being made. Jadeveon Clowney has lowered his asking price bin to around $16, $17 million, making it easier for the Titans to bust a move. This is I think the escape we need. March Madness was canceled. NBA was suspended. NFL has not been canceled or suspended yet because the season is during the fall. So I'm okay. I'm okay with, I appreciate Adam Scheffner's passion and, his empathy and his emotions. I appreciate that, but I think it would be a nice distraction.
I do too, but they can't just host the draft simply to steal all the attention. I hope they're not doing it selfishly. I hope they are doing it solely to provide a relief for fans during this time.
Just the NFL ban.
I know. It is Roger Goodell.
Yeah, man, it's the NFL. They about that dollar now.
I know, but I hope that during this time they can have some empathy for everything going on. I did want to mention this to you, Swain, about Tua Tagovailoa from our conversation last segment. Last week we talked about how it's kind of weird how Tennessee has struggled to bring in quarterbacks the last decade or so. considering Tennessee has had like Peyton Manning and T. Martin and guys like that play for Tennessee, and even going past Peyton and T, Connor Challaway, Heath Schuler, guys like that, Andy Kelly. How about Alabama? This is a more shocking stat about Alabama than our conversation about Tennessee and its quarterbacks. But assuming that Tua does go in the first round, which he will, unless just something pops up medically and he receives the ultimate red flag, Tua Tagovailoa will be the first Alabama quarterback drafted in the first round since 1976.
Yeah, they have not had big-time quarterbacks drafted. It's weird, but they've won so many games. I mean, when you think about great Alabama quarterbacks, you think about Joe Namath, and Ken Stabler. But Tua enters that same conversation. They've had championship quarterbacks and good quarterbacks that have led them to good seasons from the state. I mean, they've had A.J. McCarron, but they haven't had like a Matthew Stafford, Peyton Manning type of quarterback that was a high draft pick and went on to the NFL to do great things. And it's debatable that Matthew Stafford's doing great things.
Matthew Stafford would be doing great things if he did not play for the sorry Detroit Lions.
Those are true words, my friend. Those are true words.
Although, Swaino, I must say,
I hate you. Don't even start.
I saw the best April Fool's joke yesterday. We'll play it for you when we come back.
I'll fight you, man. Swain event.
And in the huddle, while the other guys are taking guesses, the Swain event is taking you behind the scenes and in the huddle every morning from 7 till 10 right here.
We're here with Dr. Michael Carlson of Tennessee Regenerative Sports Medicine to discuss stem cell treatment and PRP. If you have orthopedic injuries such as shoulder pain, knee pain, Achilles tendonitis, or tennis elbow, you should give them a call.
That's right, Jason. We specialize in regenerative non-surgical orthopedics. So we treat damaged tendons, ligaments, and joints by using ultrasound-guided injections with stem cells or PRP. And this form of treatment actually stimulates the body's own reparative process and allows for healing of the damaged tissue.
So, Doc, what makes your training different than others?
Well, Jason, I've been practicing in Knoxville for 26 years, and I'm certified in interventional regenerative orthopedic medicine through the American Academy of Orthopedic Medicine. So unlike the big seminars that will advertise stem cells, fly someone in for a couple hours to talk about supposed stem cells that you order off of a shelf, then they'll depart, leaving the patient wondering who will be the person injecting me and what their level of training is. At Tennessee Regenerative Sports Medicine, I'm the one doing the procedure, and we're using your own bone marrow stem cells or PRP. So in other words, it comes from you and it goes back to you. So you know exactly what you're getting and know exactly the level of training involved.
Tennessee Regenerative Sports Medicine, trsportsmedicine.com. East Tennessee's leader in PRP and stem cell therapy.
Voted Best Barbecue in City View Magazine and a top 100 barbecue restaurant in the country, Dead End is a no-brainer when you are craving the smoky flavor of quality Q. Dead End makes it easy to enjoy their fantastic menu with online ordering and local delivery with Valet Gourmet. That's right, you can have Dead End brought to you. Can't think of the spread for your next event? Get Dead End to cater it. Check them out online, deadendbbq.com. Dead End Barbecue. The search is over.
While the players are gearing up for the gridiron, it's time for you to get geared up at Alumni Hall. Find the best selection of Nike, Nike Golf, Peter Millar, and all of those retro logos you love. And the 2 for $28 t-shirt deal? Game changer. And don't forget about the rest of your game day crew. There are plenty of options for the entire family and to upgrade that tailgate. Shop now at one of their 6 convenient locations in Tennessee or 24/7 at alumnihall.com. It's football time in Tennessee. If you're coming to Knoxville and need a place to stay, do yourself a favor and book a room at Hampton Inn Paper Mill, also known as the Hampton on the Hill. This award-winning property is literally in the top 5% of all Hampton Inn properties. The GM, Stephen Lawrence, is a good old local boy who grew up in the business around Knoxville. He and his staff are always available, always willing to help, and will go above and beyond for their guests. The newest Hampton Inn in Knoxville has clean, affordable rooms, flat screens, fridges, and microwaves in every room. Plus, breakfast is included in every rate. Not to mention, there's also a pool and fitness center on site. If it wasn't so close to amazing restaurants, bars, and shopping, you would never want to leave. At only 6 miles from campus, you're still right in where the big orange action is. Go to HamptonInn.com, search Knoxville, and book your room at the Hampton Inn Paper Mill or call 865-693-5400.
If you aren't following the Swain event on Twitter, then are you even on Twitter? Hit that follow button. It's the right thing to do.
Swain Event, SwainEvent.com, fueled by Dead End Barbecue. Support your local businesses. Support Dead End Barbecue. Go out there and get yourself a new ride there at Old Ben Franklin, Alcoa. Talk to my man, Big Will. Support local businesses. Oh, my goodness. Today may be rib time for the Swain Event family today. Ribs with pimento mac and cheese, jalapeno cornbread, mixed greens, nana pudding. You can order all those good menu items and have them delivered to your house. Or you can pick it up there, curbside service. They still have that open and available to you. Top 100 barbecue restaurant. It is rib time, Ben. It is rib time over Dead End Barbecue.
I do need some ribs. I've been craving some since I had some last week.
A slab, a half a slab for now, a half a slab for later.
If you are hungry like I am, you'll eat a full slab.
Yeah, that's the last time I had a full slab. I had it all in one sitting too. I mean, they just.
Oh, you mean on your drive home?
I had a half a slab on the drive home. The other half a slab I had it at the house. I didn't even make it to the kitchen table. Like I ate it standing up at the counter. So I had a half a slab in the car on the way home, and the other half a slab standing up at the counter. Didn't even make it to the table to sit down and really enjoy it. That's how good they were.
Or you were also just trying to avoid the wife and the kids and noticing you had ribs before you had finished them.
Well, I don't have to worry about my wife. It's my kids who love ribs.
Your youngest?
Oh, dude, all of them love ribs, and so I was really trying to hide it from them, to be honest. What's that? Oh, nothing. It ain't nothing. Here, you take the pulled pork.
Because your two youngest. Your oldest is to the age to where she knows better, but your two youngest, they are not afraid to steal from anybody's plate. I have seen them at Dead End Barbecue steal off the plate of Chris Lowe.
Yeah, sure.
Off the plate of Jabari.
That's true.
Off my plate, off your plate, and they don't ask. They just take and eat.
They don't care.
Nope.
They like the honey badger of Dead End. They don't care, man. They'll take your stuff and not think twice. Not even say, excuse me, may I, can I? They don't care. They just look at you.
To them, it's what they should be doing.
Correct. They're growing. All right, Ben, get your jokes off. Go for it.
Oh, my jokes?
Yeah, go ahead, man. You got some jokes, don't you?
Oh, yes. You mean the greatest joke we saw last night? Or not last night, but on social media yesterday?
Yeah.
Here you go. I'll play it for you over my mic. Hold on. Let me restart this.
The second pick in the 2017 NFL Draft, the Chicago Bears select Patrick Mahomes, the second quarterback. It is Patrick Mahomes, the second.
Oh, so somebody took the video of the Chiefs drafting Patrick Mahomes. It made it look like the Bears drafted Patrick Mahomes instead of Mitchell Trubisky. Oh, That is the greatest thing you will see on Twitter for the month of April, and imagine how long April is going to be.
That made me that got me mad all over again. All over again when I saw that. How do you recover from that? I'm not comparing Michael Jordan to Patrick Mahomes, but the 1984 NBA draft, the number 1 pick was the Rockets, and that was Hakeem Olajuwon, if I'm not mistaken. The second pick of the 1984 draft was the Trailblazers. And the Trailblazers, instead of drafting Michael Jordan, they drafted Sam Bowie from Kentucky.
Oof.
And Michael Jordan went on to have the greatest career ever and win 6 championships. I feel like that. I really do
feel like that.
I do feel like that.
I think this Twitter account also should have made one for Deshaun Watson.
Oh, boy.
You know, speaking of quarterbacks and favorite NFL teams, I never answered your question the other day about if I would rather have Jameis Winston or Cam Newton.
Who would you take?
Neither. I'll take Devlin Duck Hodges, baby.
You need to stop, Ben. You need to stop. You need to get outside for some fresh air. I know you've been stuck in the house for days and days, and you're probably dizzy and nauseous and seeing double. You need to get outside and get some fresh air, Ben.
I actually ventured into the War Zone yesterday. The big box store.
Oh, I ain't going there with you.
I needed some Oreos and some milk.
I ain't going there with you.
I
ain't going there with you.
I think I would honestly take Jameis Winston over Cam Newton, as crazy as that sounds.
Why?
Because for 2 reasons. Jameis is younger, and so there is still hope that he can solve the turnover issues. With Cam, he has been beaten up so much over the course of his career, and he is 30, that I don't know that it would be a great investment, just because you don't know if he is going to be able to stand the test of time, just because of how beaten up he has been at Carolina. I mean, they ran him into the ground because of how his playing style is. I mean, he is in my opinion, he is a run-first quarterback. Now, he can throw the football, but he has struggled over the course of his career to throw it accurately on a consistent basis. I believe there's only 1 season in his time in the NFL in which he has completed over 62% of his passes. So for health reasons, and really this also ties into being younger, I would take Jameis Winston.
I get your point on being younger. Cam Newton has never gotten in trouble off the football field since being a professional. Cam Newton did have that one incident in Florida where with the laptop and all that stuff, and transferred and went to Glenn and then went to Auburn. But Cam Newton has not been in trouble. You look at the pieces that the Carolina Panthers have put around him. He has not had many of those. He was the offense. Offensive line was some trash. They let him get beat up. Yes, he probably is not as healthy as Jameis Winston, but Jameis Winston's maturity is a question mark. His ability to take coaching and take care of the football is a big question mark for me. Jameis Winston had arguably a top 5 wide receiver in Mike Evans at his disposal, and then he had Chris Godwin at his disposal, one of the fastest receivers in the league. And you got O.J. Howard, one of the young up-and-coming tight ends in the NFL as well. And Cam Newton had Greg Olsen, which was his only true legitimate passing target consistently during his time at Carolina. If I'm the Steelers, I think you have this window that's open, and I think taking a NFL MVP who's someone who has competed at that level, conference championships at a Super Bowl, I would lean more towards a Cam Newton than Jameis Winston. That's just me. But for Jameis Winston's sake, he needs Mike Tomlin.
Yes, desperately.
Yeah, he needs Mike Tomlin, man. That would be fantastic. I gotta get to the phones.
Go for it.
Because we got Andy waiting. So let's get to Andy. Andy, good morning.
How y'all doing this morning?
What's up, Andy?
I'm doing pretty good.
Good, man.
Well, I was happy to see Tennessee made it in the top 10 on Amarius Mims yesterday. And, I know it's going to be a battle for him because, of course, Alabama and LSU's in there, and I think Miami, South Carolina. And but I have no doubts. I know it's going to be a battle, but I think we got a chance on it.
Andy, when do you start paying attention to a recruit? When they start releasing their top 5, top 10, top 15, 20, 40, whatever. Like when do you start really paying attention to them?
I recruit every day.
Andy,
every single day.
Andy, I said when you start paying attention, not you recruiting. You ain't no coach, Andy.
I mean, I follow recruiting every day, though.
Okay, so you follow recruiting every day.
That's what I mean.
But I mean,
follow it every day.
As far as you be following a particular player, there's a ton of players. There's a ton of players that Tennessee throws out offers to.
Oh yeah.
A kid may be super cold on Tennessee. Do you follow that kid even if he's super cold on Tennessee? He has Tennessee in his top 50? Or do you wait to he maybe pick Tennessee in his top 10 and he
top 3, top 5?
Yeah, something like that.
I
Andy.
usually wait to about top 5.
Okay.
Before I really start paying attention.
Huh.
I'm in that same boat with you, Andy.
We were supposed to got a commitment yesterday, but he I don't know, something happened. He just didn't do it.
It's all right. It's all good. Maybe he had cold feet. Maybe something with the announcement.
I will say this:
okay.
One of our committed players is on him hard, and Harrison Bailey's on him really, really hard. So I don't know if he's having second thinks about it, or I don't know what happened with that one. It may happen today. I don't know. So
I hope so, man. I hope so. That will be 3.
We need Julian Nixon.
Huh? Say what?
I like the way he plays. I watched a couple of his huddle videos yesterday. He's fearsome, and I know he's very close with Daryl Jackson. So I don't know. A lot of times I've learned just because you're best friends don't mean you're gonna go with them. I've learned that this past year. It don't always happen that way.
You gotta do what's best for you.
Andre Turrentine had been best friends with C.J. Anthony for years, and they went to the same high school together. And guess what? He didn't come to Tennessee, and he had told C.J. Anthony that he was coming. And guess what? He didn't come. So, yeah, it don't always work that way.
You're right. You're right, my friend Andy. You're right.
I've learned you can't take the word for it.
You can't do it, man. These recruits ain't loyal. They should make a song about it.
But, yeah, I was listening to that podcast of Pruitt yesterday on 3-Man. That I really enjoyed listening to Pruitt and how he's staying in contact with our players and stuff and keeping them motivated.
Well, Tony Vitello is my coach.
Yeah, Lonte Taylor was live yesterday, and
you didn't catch that, Andy?
Huh?
You didn't catch that? I said Tony Vitello is my coach. He's my favorite coach right now.
I like Tony Vitello. We got to keep that coach too. We can't.
He's my favorite coach. I gotta check out Pruitt's comments there from his interview there with the three-man front. And Andy, thanks so much for the phone call, buddy. It's good to hear from you.
Pruitt did have some great quotes yesterday on three-man front there with Cole Kublik. He gave a big shout-out to all the nurses and doctors who are on the front lines, saying that. Oh, well, I retweeted the audio message, but Tennessee Football tweeted out a quote, kind of a graphic of one of his quotes, shouting out all the nurses and doctors, and then Cole Kublik tweeted out an audio message. But I would encourage people to go listen to the interview on three-man front. I thought it was funny. He was asked about if he was getting on his wife's nerves, and he said that no. I'm earning my keep around here, mopping the floors, vacuuming, washing clothes,
making up beds.
Making up the bed, and then I had a visual of Jeremy Pruitt vacuuming and washing clothes and mopping.
I mean, I'm looking forward to Pruitt doing some interviews around Knoxville, man. That'd be great.
Yeah, it would.
I mean, I'm just saying. Ain't got nothing else to do. Might as well do some interviews in Knoxville. And I know Birmingham, there's probably more of a reason to, because there's recruits down there and all that. And that's kind of the hub of sports talk radio in the South, and SEC is WJOX. But I mean, there's some folks here in Knoxville that cover Tennessee too, But anyways, it don't matter. Tony Vitello, my guy.
That's none of my business.
Tony Vitello's my guy because he gonna hook your boy up with a jersey. He my favorite coach right now. Until Rick Barnes decides to hook me up with some of those pants, some of those warm-up pants, the stripe warm-up pants. Then he'll be my favorite coach.
I want the actual shorts that the basketball team wears that they sell at Alumni Hall.
No, you can't have shorts, man. You don't know how to behave with shorts.
Oh, I do.
865-250-503. Here in about 30 minutes, we'll talk to Walker Merrill, Tennessee's latest commitment, 4-star receiver from right here in the state of Tennessee. He'll join us at 9 a.m. And then Kari Blassingame, starting fullback for Tennessee Titans, will join us at 9:30. Swain Event, be right back.
You don't have to take an L just because you can't listen to the Swain Event live. You can catch up on the podcast posted daily on the app, online, and on iTunes.
Home service problems occur, even at the most inconvenient times, like during a health crisis. And Tiller is always here to help you 24/7. As people are social distancing and staying at home on workdays, it's an easier time to take care of home maintenance items that you feel are necessary. And we've put new safety precautions in place, like wearing gloves, avoiding physical contact, new sanitation protocols, and limiting time in your home. We're here for you.
Call the Happy Face Truck today.
Joined by Jennifer Morris with Keller Williams Realty. Hey, Jennifer, how you doing?
Hey, Jason, doing great.
With everything going on right now and some of the adjustments that we have made to our daily lives, how are you helping clients with their real estate needs?
Thanks a bunch for asking. Yes, real estate is still happening. People are still buying and selling homes. And fortunately, we have the technology in this age to be able to do things a little bit differently.
Jennifer, how is the real estate industry able to serve clients with the current precautions in place, such as social distancing?
Fortunately, 98% of buyers are already searching for homes online. So I'm just stepping up my game and doing virtual tours, giving people an opportunity to look at homes in a different way that can't be there physically. And if they do have to come physically, taking extra precautions with cleaning and sanitizers.
So, Jennifer, for people that have questions or are looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, how can they contact you?
You can just give me a call at 865-257-7897 or email me at jennifermorris865@gmail.com.
Do you want a custom themed tumbler or bottle to show off your team spirit every day of the week? Well, look no further than Game Time Sidekicks. Every design has you, the fan, in mind. Their tumblers and bottles are double-walled, vacuum-insulated stainless steel, and their quality is second to none in the market. From stainless steel sippy cups to tumblers and sports bottles, Game Time Sidekicks offers something for the fan of all ages to rep their team with. They have many different logo options, so fans will have something they are proud to carry around all the time. Use promo code SWAIN at checkout to get 20% off of your entire purchase at GameTimeSidekicks.com. They also offer $5 flat rate shipping. Be sure to check out the Game Time Workshop on the website and customize your tumbler to make it one of a kind with things like your nickname, number, or initials. Game Time Sidekicks. Show your colors and carry your team.
Craving flavors that don't take hours in the kitchen? Mrs. Grissom's cheese spreads and chicken salads are the perfect go-to. Ready-to-eat meals and snacks found in the meat or dairy section at your local grocery store. Whether you crave the classic Mrs. Grissom's pimento cheese or the gluten-free select varieties like the cranberry pecan chicken salad, enjoy small-town flavor in every bite. Select the best. Select Mrs. Grissom's.
You don't have to take an L just because you can't listen to the Swain event live. You can catch up on the podcast posted daily on the app, online, and on iTunes.
Let's get to the one and the only Dave Tona on the Swain Event Hotline this morning, 865-250-5503. Hour 2 is brought to you by Alumni Hall and alumnihall.com. Dave Tona, good morning.
Good morning, gentlemen.
What's up?
Another day in paradise.
That's right, my friend. We are above ground. We're above ground. We have opportunity spending time with our loved ones, and man, everything past that is bonus.
That's right. Well, Mrs. Swain seemed a little more awake, alive. So she told me I was heckling her.
Yeah, I heard you over there, man. I heard y'all over there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Mrs. Swain, this is her third week on the job. She's not supposed to just know everybody's voice like that.
Well, hey, she's getting experience. She's doing a great job.
No, she is doing a really good job. It's easy to her now. She used to have like all these notes and stuff, and she doesn't need it as much anymore.
Now she's handing you a notebook, telling you what to say, right?
That's true. She does give me a look on some of the things I've said over the last 3 weeks. So,
well, hey, I give you a look on some of the things you say too.
It's all good.
Now you know how I feel when you give me a look, Swain.
It's all good, man. Keep it going.
Well, it's things are progressing right along down this way. I'm totally out of things to do. Thought about going fishing yesterday, but I didn't. Now they got us under the mandatory stay at home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I should have went fishing.
You can go fishing at the local grocery store. Pick up your pack of fish.
Guys, I really don't understand that. I just really don't understand how we're going to kind of calm this thing down with 300 people at the grocery store all day long.
Yeah, I don't know either, man. I don't know either.
Well, on the plus side of things, as you know, a few weeks back, we moved my son and daughter-in-law up to Kentucky.
Yes, sir.
And for the second weekend in a row, my son was privileged to preach the Wednesday night service, and he sent us a link to the church, and listened to my son again last night. And I'll tell you what, the boy brought tears to my eyes. Just to see the growth and the confidence in him since he's been up there and having the opportunity to preach and fulfill his calling to the Lord. It's amazing to see. Not that he's ever been bad, but I mean, it's just you just see a confidence in him. A confidence in his speech, a confidence in his demeanor. But yeah, I'll send you guys a link for it if you guys want to listen to it.
Please do. Please send it to us, man. I know you're super proud. Seeing your son, adding value in the lives of others and inspiring others and doing that. Absolutely, man. I know you're super proud. So, yeah, please send it along, man. I ain't got nothing to do. I'll watch it. I'll listen to it.
All right. I will definitely do that. I'm going to jump off here. Just wanted to check in with y'all. You guys good?
We good. We good. We good.
You need me to come up here to Tennessee to do anything for y'all?
No, we good, man. No,
get out of the house a little bit for me?
No, stay away. People keep asking me to do things, and I say no. I had a buddy ask me to go play basketball. I told him you were stupid for going to play basketball. My wife asked me to go to a friend's house last night to watch movies. I said no, you're a fool for going to watch movies with people. But in her case, it makes a little more sense because it's the same people she's been working with. So if she's sick, they're already sick. If they're already sick, she's sick. But people keep asking me to do things, and I'm like, no, leave me alone. Y'all are silly. So, Daytona, I appreciate the offer, but I'm not getting sick.
Ben, I'll just stay at home.
There it is. Listen to Samuel Jackson. Listen to Samuel Jackson. Stay your butt at home. That's all you need to do.
I don't think that's how he said it.
That's how I'm saying it. I'm saying it. That's how I'm saying it. For sure. I saw where Knox County, tell them, Judge, stay at home. Everybody, Judge barked and said, stay at home. But I saw where Knox County, man, taking rims off of the playgrounds, taping up the swing sets and things like that. Knox County, y'all stay at home. Please stay at the house. Just do it, please.
I wish I could see Daytona. I wish he could come up here and we could hang out and we could go to Dead End Barbecue and have a great time together. But I'm not trying to get the Rona.
We will sooner or later. We'll have those opportunities when this is over, and when we do have those opportunities, we will cherish them even more now. So. That time will come, but we just have to do what we don't want right now, short as possible, so we can do what we want as long as possible after this thing is over. I know one thing.
I better never hear anybody say that there are too many bowl games.
I'll take a booty bowl right now.
I will take a Birmingham booty bowl in a heartbeat. If you told me UMass and San Jose State were playing at noon today on ESPN for the Booty Bowl trophy, it's appointment television. I am there with smiling from ear to ear.
I'll be tailgating in my backyard.
Yep.
Everything. We'll do a pregame show. We'll break down the rosters. Everything, man. We will break that game down like Kurt Herbstreit. Speaking of Kurt Herbstreit, Eli Drinkwitz, what are you doing? Did you see his comments?
I did, and I am continued to be baffled. I said this yesterday. I just don't understand how people don't understand what Kirk Herbstreit actually said. It is truly baffling to me.
Kurt Herbstreit, a couple days ago, said, if things do not change, he doesn't see college football being played this season. That's all he said. Eli Drinkwitz was on a Zoom press conference and says, quote, no offense to Mr. Herbstreit, but deciding who's going to win a game on college game day is a lot different than getting the world in a pandemic about whether or not, the world in a panic about whether or not we're going to play college football season. And I'm just like, y'all, are we still having an issue understanding what Kurt Herbstreit said here? No offense to Mr. Herbstreit, but deciding who's going to win the game on college game day is a lot different than getting the world in a panic about whether or not we're going to play college football this season. And he went on Feinbaum and apologized, and he better apologize because this is just ridiculous. You ain't even coached the game yet in the SEC, Eli. Boy, if you don't...
Man, sit your ass down.
If you don't sit down somewhere... if you don't sit down somewhere... Come on, man. Like, Herbstreit didn't even say anything that bad.
No.
All he said was, if nothing changes, he doesn't see how college football season is going to be played.
A totally reasonable response or thought to have.
Yeah, like it wasn't optimistic. So if you want to criticize Kurt for, not being optimistic, then fine, whatever. But he's not trying to pretend like he's a doctor or anything like that. So just relax, Eli. Just go iron some sweaters or something and just chill out.
He truly is acting like a nerd in that situation. He already has this stigma to him that he is a nerd. But that is the classic nerd reaction to when they finally speak up and try to talk down on somebody. They go over the top, and what they say is not true at all.
Yeah, but he did apologize. So
I don't care. That doesn't change anything for me.
I just don't understand people continue to take shots at Kurt Herbstreit. He didn't really do anything wrong. Didn't do anything wrong at all.
People are on edge, man. We need football back.
Need something, man. Need something.
We do have WrestleMania this weekend.
I guess that works. That's the closest thing to sports, right?
Yeah.
We'll take that. 865-250-503. Swain Event. Be right back.
For what is coming up on the Swain Event.
Guys, Low T Center is open for normal business hours, including Saturdays. Their goal is to help you be the best and healthiest version of you. And right now, if you are concerned with social distancing, Low T Center can help with at-home treatment options for current patients. And they also have great options for new patients too. At Low T Center, they make it quick and easy to take care of your health. Most health insurance is accepted. They'll even help verify it for you. And just a reminder, if you're feeling bad, have a fever, or travel to high-risk areas, please stay home. If you'd like to learn more about getting a comprehensive health assessment, be sure to call 865-392-1388. That's 865-392-1388. Or you can schedule an appointment online at lowtcenter.com. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare. With smartphones being such an integral part of our daily lives, it is truly an inconvenience when it doesn't work properly. It disrupts the normalcy of our day. When you go into the cell phone store to have it repaired, they just try to upsell you on a new phone. That's why the owner of iDrop, T. Kell, left those places and opened iDrop. His goal is a happy customer. T. Kell and the team will listen to what you have going on and work to solve the problem of your broken device in a way that best suits your needs, instead of trying to upsell you on something that you just don't need. They don't just repair phones. They can service your laptop or PC as well as your Mac. Windows 7 support is over, but iDrop can help you transition to Windows 10. They have a 5-star rating on Google with hundreds of positive reviews. Let me say that again. I don't think y'all understand how big this is. They have a 5-star rating on Google. Their customer service really speaks for itself. So if you ever find yourself with a device that isn't performing as it should, give iDrop a call at 865-888-9740 or check them out on Facebook at iDrop of Knoxville. If man made it, they can fix it.
B-Dry is celebrating 60 years of protecting homes across the U.S. They are the basement and crawl space experts. There has been historic rainfall in East Tennessee recently. If you are experiencing wet foundation walls, puddles on your floor, or water where your floor and wall meet, then you should call B-Dry. They have over 500,000 customers nationwide. B-Dry gives free estimates for all homeowners. Financing is available, and if you mention the Swain Event, B-Dry will give you $500 off a full perimeter basement waterproofing solution. Wet basement? Better call B-Dry, 865-588-0454 or online at bdry.com.
It's your boy, Big Will, from Old Ben Franklin Motors, Alcoa, Tennessee, 911 Louisville Road. Yes, it's the holiday season again. Uncle Sam season, y'all. Income tax time. It's the holidays. So bring your last check stub or your W-2 to 911 Louisville Road, Alcoa, Tennessee, Old Ben Franklin Motors. Come see Big Will, and we're going to give you a free vacation if you buy a car. Bring your W-2 or your last check stub. Like I said, the 911 Louisville Road, Alcoa, Tennessee, Old Ben Franklin Motors. Ask for Big Will. Good credit, bad credit, slow credit. Guess what? You know we're going to get you approved. Call me now, 865-980-8216. Good credit, bad credit, slow credit. Set up your appointment and we will get you approved. Turn down for what?
There are articles and news stories that you read about the things that people do. And when you're reading those and you start to shake your head, you start to scratch your head a little bit. You get confused. You don't understand why. You start to ask questions. But really, there's only one question that matters. What is that question, you may ask?
For what?
It's that time of the show where we highlight folks just not being smart. Questionable decision making, embarrassing moments. Ben, if you have one, I'll let you go first, but I definitely have one over here.
I do have one. In addition to Eli Drinkwitz. Don't be mistaken, Eli. Just because we talked about your last segment doesn't exempt you from going on for what. When you have for what worthy actions or comments, you will always be on for what. So Eli Drinkwitz does get a for what. But I'm going down to Dave Tona's neck of the woods, and that is to Jacksonville, Florida, a rather large city north of Daytona. Hey, Judge, don't start that. Don't do that. Where a man has been arrested just prior to noon on March 29th, which was this past Sunday. Officers were dispatched to a local business following a reported intentional COVID-19 contamination incident. Witnesses advised the suspect approached the business with a container labeled COVID-19. As he entered, he sprayed the unknown substance on and around the entrance doors of the business. The suspect reportedly made statements to the employees and patrons in the area that they were now infected with COVID-19. An extensive investigation began immediately, and a possible suspect was identified early on. And this suspect was identified as David Randolph White. And David Randolph White, you, sir, get a mega for what? And everybody out here pretending to have the coronavirus and spreading it, coughing in the faces of people, and then telling that person that they have the coronavirus, y'all get it for what?
It's not really funny.
No, it's not funny at all.
Yeah, it's not really funny at all, man. And folks need to. They need to. I don't know. I probably shouldn't even say anything. I'm gonna move on. I'm giving it for what to the Dallas Cowboys, because the Cowboys have signed Aldon Smith. At one point was the best defensive end in the league, pass rusher. I'm all for second chances. I really am. I'm all for someone making a mistake and be given a second chance, and them taking that second chance seriously and making the best of their opportunities and being a better person and educating others to be better as well from their mistakes. Which is why, as much as a dog fan as I am, I've moved on as far as Michael Vick. There's still folks right now still mad at Michael Vick. He made a mistake. He's helped more dogs probably than he's hurt, because he has raised awareness. Michael Vick is living his best life now. He spent his time in prison. He paid his debt to society. So Michael Vick is a prime example of someone getting a second chance and making the best of it. Guys, Aldon Smith has been arrested 8 times since 2012, including 1 for domestic violence. He ain't played in 4 years. And the Cowboys signed him. Well, the Cowboys, they don't have any shame at all. He's had gun issues. He's put his hands on a female. He has endangered the lives of citizens, driving drunk. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I don't know about this one. How many chances do you get? How many chances do you get? So I'm giving the Cowboys a for what? Such a cowboy move, by the way. You gonna pay Dak Prescott? You gonna take care of him? We still waiting on you to take care of someone who actually is a positive example, who is a face of a franchise, who is doing everything right on and off the football field. Why don't you take care of him long term? But instead, we out here signing Aldon Smith.
Second day in a row that Aldon Smith has been mentioned on the Swain event. If you remember, Tony Vitello mentioned Aldon Smith yesterday.
Yeah.
They crossed paths at Missouri. Thought it was funny that he said that Aldon Smith would always try to hit the baseball 500 feet.
Man. Oh, boy. Let's get to Buck Nasty, our good friend. Buck Nasty, good morning, sir.
What's going on, boys?
What's up?
Yesterday was a beautiful afternoon here in West Tennessee. And Miss Nasty got the idea she wanted to have a bonfire.
Okay.
So what's the two things you got to have for a bonfire besides the wood and whatnot? You got to have s'mores.
Yep.
And you got to have moonshine. So I got the stuff for the s'mores, and then I went back here behind the house to the Artesian Spring and slipped down there to my still and got me some of my finest sipping whiskey.
Yes.
Now, when I get into my finest sipping whiskey, I have these magnificent visions and these great dreams at nighttime. And last night I had a dream, and it went a little something like this, Wayne.
All right.
Yes, we're broadcasting live back here at Neyland Stadium. This is Bob Kesslin, and Tennessee's taking on number 1 Alabama. And Tennessee's down right now. It's 17 seconds left to go in the game, and Alabama just scored, and they're kicking it off. Yeah, Bob, Tennessee's played their hearts out today. They just can't get a break from the refs, seems like. Well, what's new, Tim? It's always seemed to have been that way. Alabama kicks it off. Jones Jr. set back to receive the kick. He catches it. He's bringing it out, Tim. Here he comes down the sideline. He's broke one. He's broke two. Here he goes. He's got a chance at daylight here. He's got it down to the 40, down to the 50, down to the 40, down to the 30. Oh, and the kicker catches him out of nowhere. Where did he come from, Tim? And I think Saban tripped him on the sideline there when he was running back myself. He said, I didn't see nobody get him. He must have tripped over his own shoelaces. Oh, boy, this puts Tennessee in a predicament down. We're down now to about 10 seconds left to go in the ball game, and I don't know what they're going to do. Pruitt sends out the offense. He's got Harrison Bailey lined up at quarterback with Eric Gray lined up to his right. They're in the shotgun formation. Look out, Bob. They got Jimmy Holiday lined out in the receiver position out here. This could be something for some fireworks right here. All right, Tennessee gets in their stances, takes the snap. He hands it off to Eric Gray. Eric Gray around the end. He pitches it to Jimmy Holiday. And look out, Harrison Bailey's running naked down the sideline, and he throws a bomb and hits him in stride, and Tennessee scores. Woo! What a play, Bob. Can you believe what Chaney pulled out of his bag of tricks there? I sure can. I'd never thought they had the gusto to go for something like that. I was looking more towards a Juwan Jennings type S play here. But since he's left, I guess Tennessee's decided to dice it up a little bit.
Buck Nasty, I like it. I like it, Buck Nasty. I like it. We're at the top of the hour. We got to take a hard break. And call us back, Buck Nasty. We got to take a break. We'll come back, try to get on with Mr. Merrill. Be right back.
The Low T Center and lowtcenter.com. Do you know your numbers? Feel like you again. Let us help.
While the players are gearing up for the gridiron, it's time for you to get geared up at Alumni Hall. Find the best selection of Nike, Nike Golf, Peter Millar, and all those retro logos you love. And the 2 for $28 t-shirt deal? Game changer. And don't forget about the rest of your game day crew. There are plenty of options for the entire family and to upgrade that tailgate. Shop now at one of their 6 convenient locations in Tennessee or 24/7 at alumnihall.com. It's football time in Tennessee.
Federal Credit Union, a place where you belong.
Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union has helped people save money for almost 80 years. Whether it's free checking, financing a vehicle, or purchasing that new home, Alcoa 10 is here to help you. Better rates, better service. Check them out at atfcu.com.
Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union, a place where you belong.
Member NCUA.
You're listening to the Swain event, fueled by Dead End Barbecue. Check them out online at deadendbbq.com.
Swain Event, SwainEvent.com, fueled by Dead End Barbecue, top 100 barbecue restaurant in America. And a big time moment here on the show because we are joined now by Walker Merrill, committed to Tennessee earlier this week. He is the 2021 four-star wide receiver baller from the Mid-State. Walker, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Man, I'm great, man. I'm great, man. You representing for Brentwood High right now, man. You guys have a great football program, and
yes, sir.
Congratulations to you on your commitment.
Thank you so much. Appreciate that.
Well, I've been following you over the last couple of days and see that you've been working with National Playmakers Academy, and I got the utmost respect and love for Buck Fitzgerald, the job that he's done, and just promoting the environment there with training and getting better and competition. I think he's elevated the level of play there in that part of the state. And I'll be honest, Walker, I didn't know much about you, man, until I started watching your film. Right. And when I started watching the film, I see a dude that can come in day one, that can compete for a starting job. I see a guy that's polished. I see a guy that's super, super athletic, 6'1", 185, can run, can jump. My goodness, man. You've been going on the camp scene and tearing folks up. You have a 4-star rating on ESPN. The other guys, they haven't woke up yet. They got you a 3-star, but don't worry, we'll talk to them and get them. We'll get them.
Hey, we'll get it. We'll wake them up.
Yeah, we'll wake them up and get them in line. Because you're definitely a 4-star wide receiver. But just take us kind of through your decision to commit now. This is weird times right now, Walker.
Yeah.
But why now? Why did you decide to go ahead and do it this week?
So I had a lot of time to go over this with my family because we were in spring break last week. So it was a nice time. I mean, beaches were shutting down, so I kind of had to just lay low and chill out with my family at the house at the beach. So we got a lot of time to go over it, really just narrow down and see really which schools I was focusing in on and which schools like me. So we got to narrow it down there. But I was talking with my dad about it, and he said if there's not another big offer that you're waiting for, why wait?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I wasn't waiting for another huge offers, and that Tennessee was probably what I was looking for, and I don't know why I would wait, because then it would just be you're waiting to wait.
Yeah.
So I think I made a great decision at a great time, and I'm happy for what I picked.
So you had Ole Miss, you had Vanderbilt there in your top 3. And you had other offers from other big-time schools, schools that have been, quite frankly, more successful in Tennessee in the recent years. But you did have Ole Miss and Vanderbilt in your top 3. How did you come to your top 3?
Well, top 3 are probably all those top 7 schools are the ones that mainly reach out, but these are the ones that reached out and that I would feel comfortable with, like Vanderbilt. I mean, you can't go wrong with that education, obviously.
Correct.
Vanderbilt's just a great school overall. They've been recruiting me since the 8th grade. I've got all love for Vanderbilt. And Ole Miss. Ole Miss is a great school. It's a great environment. I think Coach Kiffin's got a great I think he's going to have a great few years in the next few years with that program. So that's probably why they were in my top 3.
Walker Merrill here on the Swain event. Walker, there's different times out there for you, different 40 times, different vertical jump times.
Yeah.
But you tell us what has been the best 40 time that you've been timed at, and what has been the best vertical jump that you have recorded.
Okay, so best 40 time I think I ran at Ole Miss.
Okay.
And it was a 4.5 flat, I believe.
Okay.
And the highest vertical jump, I think it was a 39 at the opening.
Okay.
And that was on the jump mat, where it like
the Vertimat.
The Vertimat, and then I
Okay.
think I jumped a 37 at Ole Miss.
Okay. So
on the sticks, where you gotta touch the sticks.
Oh, okay. Okay, I know what you're talking about the red, white, and blue one.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So when I watch your film, Walker, and I was sent some clips of you going one-on-one with some guys that pretty athletic, pressing you up, and I remember coming in as a wide receiver, and listen, I was that 4-star, borderline 5-star All-American coming in, but I never really got pressed in high school. So
yeah, no, I don't either. That's the hard thing. Like,
yeah,
press is like what I enjoy, and I think I'm better at when people press me. But there's like, they all play off man, and then there's like another dude over me, and it's just kind of like,
it's not fun.
They don't press me. But.
Yeah, it's not fun. But like I see you in these one-on-one clips that sent to me, and you can handle press. You can get off press. You have a plan. You're comfortable going up against press. Who have you been working with? Because most high school receivers like you guys are raw, but you look like you have been working with someone. Who have you been working with to help you with your route running?
Yeah, well, that's a big thing. A lot of people, because in my film, we didn't really go deep at all.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people don't see that side of what I can do unless they see those clips.
Yeah.
But yeah, for sure. I work out with Coach Jock.
Okay.
Shout out Coach Jock. He's a receiver coach at Hillsboro.
Okay.
But he's a big reason of why I can do a lot of what I can do.
Yeah, I can tell.
Him and Coach Jeremy Holt. I've only worked out with Coach Holt one time, but I mean, the stuff that he does and what Coach Jock do are very similar. And I put all my, I think I put all of that into them too.
No, I can absolutely tell, man. They're doing a fantastic job for you. So take us through a little bit of your relationship with T. Martin. I mean, T. Martin is a guy who played here at a high level, played quarterback, led this program to a championship. But let's be honest, Walker, you wasn't born yet, and most kids your age don't really care. But how has your relationship with T. Martin kind of evolved? He is someone who played here, so of course he feels differently about the program than most coaches at other schools.
Yeah.
You didn't necessarily grow up as a huge Tennessee fan, from what I've heard. So, walk us through kind of how that relationship blossomed into you deciding to play for him for your next 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Coach Martin, he's just treated me like family over the past few months. I think he was my 4th offer. But I remember he offered me when I was at Chick-fil-A with one of my friends. But I just remember, I don't know, I didn't think about it back then, but when they offered me, I was just like, shoot. I was probably most excited for that offer, but not now that I think about it. But just since then, Coach Martin's just been a huge part of the whole process. I mean, he's been in contact with me at least once or twice a week, phone calls, a text, but he's always been there. I mean, he believes in me, and he tells me every day. So that's just something big when you've got someone that believes in you, and that's a legend at Tennessee. So I mean, why not have him coach? And he sends a lot of dudes to the NFL, like Juju Smith-Schuster when he was at USC. So I mean, it shows that he can produce guys like that, and why not want to be part of that legacy?
Walker, whenever we have a high school recruit on or a current college player, I always like to ask them what professional players they watch, professional players they like to model their game after. Who is that receiver or 2 or 3 that you really like to watch in the NFL? And are you a Titans fan? Do you have an NFL team?
Yeah, I mean, I probably would consider myself a Titans fan just because I'm not one of those dudes that's just like a overall like diehard fan of anybody. But since I mainly grew up in Nashville, and like that's mainly who I've been watching. I've been to a few games. I'd probably consider myself a Tennessee fan, but dudes that I model my game after in the NFL, I would probably say Adam Thielen and D-Hop, DeAndre Hopkins, but a big one is actually someone that's entering the draft. His name's Jerry Jeudy. I'm sure you're familiar with him, but
Definitely. As a Tennessee fan, we sure are, man. He lit us up the last couple of years.
Yeah, that's a big one right there, just because of his route running and just watch him play. I mean, his playing stuff there, but he's a big one right there. Him, Adam Thielen, and probably D-Hop.
To you, who is the best wide receiver in the NFL right now?
Michael Thomas.
Okay,
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah, he's tough, man.
He's probably in the top 4. Yeah, he's good. He's cold. He's real cold.
Yeah, he is a good one. Walker, what's some of your goals this year, man, as you enter your senior year? And you know, this time is weird for you, right? Because you're gonna have schools continue to call you unless you change your number or tell teams not to call you anymore. But they'll still call you. They'll still recruit you, and you are a senior, so you're going to be one of the captains, one of the leaders. You want to win a state championship, obviously. So it's weird because you want to be the best team player you can be, but at the same time, this is a time about you and your future, and you got to be a little bit selfish because this decision is a decision that's going to affect your not only the next 10 years, but maybe the next 40 years and maybe the next 50 years for you. Yep. So you got to be a little bit selfish. What are some of your goals this year? It may be off the field, on the field, but just share that with us.
Yeah, I mean, obviously a state championship, because, I mean, who's not want to play for that? That's what you play for. But our team's been through a lot the past, like, year or two. But, you know, I just want to impact the team as much as I can. They want me playing defense. I'll play defense. That's why I'd like to play offense and defense, like safety and receiver. So just be on the field as much as possible for my last year. But I want to go over probably – my goal is probably 1,500 yards this year.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's doable, but last year was kind of tough for a few reasons. But I think we've got a great team this year, and we'll go far. But those are probably a few of my goals.
Walker, what's Jeremy Pruitt like kind of behind the scenes? We the media, the fans, see a toned-down Jeremy Pruitt, one who is giving coach speak, as he should. But right. What is Jeremy Pruitt like when it's just you two talking one-on-one?
He's real country. He's a nice dude, but a lot of people, like, if you see him, like, coaching or anything, it'll probably come off like he's loud and, I don't know, like, obnoxious. Like, a lot of coaches probably come off and, like, they might not think he's, like, a nice dude, but he's probably one of the most genuine people I've talked to. He's very calm, laid back, but a lot of people probably wouldn't see that just from critiquing him from TV and not knowing him in person, but he's probably one of my favorite coaches for sure.
Walker Merrill here on the Swain event, fans, they don't get a chance to do a deep dive like I've been able to do with you and kind of, learn about your skill set, my relationship with guys over there at MPA. I've been able to kind of, get more information on you and how good you are. And that's not always the case when we get commitments. The fans, what they do is they look at the experts, the recruiting rankings and things like that. And I'm sure you've heard it from your parents to your coach to maybe peers or folks that train you that stuff doesn't matter. The stars doesn't matter. What matters is that you continue to, improve your skills. And then when you get to college and you're ready, then you can do whatever you want to do. You can be an All-American. You can be an NFL draft pick, whatever. But And it's okay, but I just wanted to ask you, do you get motivated when you look at maybe your rankings and you want to prove folks that you are one of the best receivers in the country?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought that up. I never really was one to care about the stars just because people can get caught up in that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it really doesn't matter because you can see like five-star dude come in college and barely get on the field, just probably because it gets in their head or whatever. But so a lot of people, like the ranking on Barton Simmons ranked me as like a 6 out of 10 in route running, and said I catch the ball with my body a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and that's probably the two of the things that I think I'm best at.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it doesn't show on my film like I said earlier. But route running is probably one of my biggest attributes, and he rated me a 6 out of 10. So I just think that's kind of something I want to prove that I know I can prove 100%. But I think I have natural hands too, and him saying I catch the ball with my body, it's just kind of.
That's right. That's right, Walker. I like this, Walker. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let that fuel you, man. Let that fuel you. We're gonna get some film once this virus thing is over. We can go out here and toast some DBs.
They'll film me.
Yeah, we're gonna send some film right to Barton Simmons. I know Barton. I'm gonna send it right to him. I'm gonna text it right to him.
Yeah,
Let him see you catch the ball away from your body.
Route running, and that's probably one of my biggest things.
Yeah. Yeah.
He probably just saw that from my film. My film doesn't have any route running on it. But.
Yeah, you call a lot of screens,
Yeah.
there, and it may be because maybe the protection there at your school, offensive line may not be able to block long, or maybe the quarterback's arm. Who knows? I don't know, but I saw you catch punts. I saw you catch kickoff returns and bubble screens and make plays after the catch. It doesn't have a lot of you going down football field and running those routes that require protection.
That's what I'm best at. We just couldn't do it much last year, but him rating me a 6 kind of fired me up.
Good. Ben?
Walker, do you have a preference as to whether you play in the slot or out on the perimeter? Has Tennessee talked to you about a preference of what they see you as when you get to Tennessee?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they got a lot of guys that can do like go balls and 50-50 balls, but they really need someone that can come in and just be a dominant route runner, and I think that's like what I am.
Mm-hmm.
And like when I said he rated me a 6, that was kind of funny, but
get him, Walker.
It doesn't matter to me as long as I can come in and impact the program early in as a freshman, which has been my goal. So I can see myself in the slot, but they also said they mainly see me in a slot, but they said that they'll move me around to like X or stuff like that, move me around a little bit. But as long as I can impact them as a freshman, then I'm down. But they just need a dynamic route runner, so I think I can fill the spot for that.
So with everything going on, Walker, give us kind of and we're gonna get you out of here, man, so you can go on about your day. But kind of give us a day in the life of Walker Merrill now that you have committed to Tennessee, and with everything going on, really can't leave the house. So I'm pretty sure schools are still calling you. We're not gonna act like the jealous girlfriend and tell you that they can't call. We'll let them call. You just tell them no. But tell us kind of like, what are you doing now with everything going on? Are you on video games? Are you still going in the backyard trying to get as much work done as far as route running, things like that? What does your day consist of right now?
Yeah, so my day yesterday consisted of waking up, and I got a training with Coach Jock actually at 12.
Okay.
So yesterday we had speed and conditioning, and today I'm training out with him at 3, and we're working lateral quickness in the sand pit. And then tomorrow we got more speed training, and then what's the next day? Friday we got ball skills, so we'll be catching balls and running routes, stuff like that. But I've got training every day except for Tuesday, and then besides that, I'll either watch movies. I'm a big movie guy. I love movies, but I'm not huge into like PS4 and Xbox just because I was never good at it. So I'm kind of slaw on there, so I don't really stick with that. So I'll just usually watch a movie after I train, but that's usually what my day consists of.
What's your favorite movie?
Ooh, my favorite movie. I don't know if this is my favorite movie, but I enjoyed it. It's called The Silence of the Lambs. It's kind of gruesome, but
Walker, you gangster, man. No wonder you dominate those DBs like that, man. You ruthless, man. My goodness.
It gave me some adrenaline.
Yeah, man. My goodness, that used to give me nightmares when I was a kid. My goodness, Walker.
Have you checked out Tiger Kings yet? That's kind of talk now.
I was probably gonna start that today. Actually.
Here you go, Tiger King. Man.
Good luck. It is as crazy as advertised.
It is crazy.
Oh my God, you poisoning our recruit with Tiger King. Well, Walker, man, we appreciate your time. Thank you so much. I know it's early, but it sounds like you up and at 'em and you getting ready to have a productive day. You're gonna get better, and man, I want you to go out there and prove these recruiters wrong, these evaluators wrong, and get better. And we are happy that you're a part of Tennessee, and welcome to the family. And man, we look forward to you help bringing back wide receiver U under the guidance and leadership of T. Martin. So, man, thanks so much for the phone call, and you got my number, so anytime you need anything, you let me know,
Yes,
my
sir.
friend.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Absolutely, man. That was Walker Merrill here on the Swain event. Ben, what? You supposed to be on your best behavior when we got company. You're talking to him
What
about
you mean?
Tiger King.
It's the go-to question. Everybody's watching it, except for people named Jason Swain.
I mean, he did mention he likes Silence of the Lambs. That probably explains why he likes dominating DBs on the field. You got to have a killer mentality on the field. My goodness, that was a huge surprise. Him saying he likes Silence of the Lambs. Man, yeah, he's gonna be good, man.
I'm a fan. Just from that 20 minutes, I'm a fan.
Yeah, he's very very mature. Very mature, man. He's working his butt off. I know one thing, he better be socially distancing today while he's training. That's all I know. But he's not resting on his commitment. I mean, he's going to Tennessee. He got other offers. He has a 4-star rating, but he's hungry. He's still hungry. Sounds humble. I'm a big fan of Walker for sure. 865-250-503. We will take a quick time out. Swain event returns after this.
Hour 3 of the Swain event is brought to you by the Low T Center and lowtcenter.com. Do you know your numbers? Feel like you again. Let us help.
Voted Best Barbecue in City View Magazine and a top 100 barbecue restaurant in the country, Dead End is a no-brainer when you are craving the smoky flavor of quality Q. Dead End makes it easy to enjoy their fantastic menu with online ordering and local delivery with Valet Gourmet. That's right, you can have Dead End brought to you. Can't think of the spread for your next event? Get Dead End to cater it. Check them out online, deadendbbq.com. Dead End Barbecue. The search is over.
Do you want a custom-themed tumbler or bottle to show off your team spirit every day of the week? Then look no further than Game Time Sidekicks. All of their bottles and tumblers are double-walled, vacuum-insulated stainless steel, and their quality is second to none in the tumbler market. New this year are their stemless 12-ounce tumblers, perfect for repping your team while enjoying your favorite wine. They also have new 3-in-1 jackets to use as a koozie for a can or bottle, or you can pop a lid on it and use it as a 12-ounce tumbler or coffee cup. Be sure to check out everything Game Time Sidekicks has to offer at GameTimeSidekicks.com. Game Time Sidekicks, helping fans show your colors and carry your team with unique gear you will actually use. With smartphones being such an integral part of our daily lives, it is truly an inconvenience when it doesn't work properly. It disrupts the normalcy of our day. When you go into the cell phone store to have it repaired, they just try to upsell you on a new phone. That's why the owner of iDrop, T. Kell, left those places and opened iDrop. His goal is a happy customer. T. Kell and the team will listen to what you have going on and work to solve the problem of your broken device in a way that best suits your needs, instead of trying to upsell you on something that you just don't need. They don't just repair phones. They can service your laptop or PC as well as your Mac. Windows 7 support is over, but iDrop can help you transition to Windows 10. They have a 5-star rating on Google with hundreds of positive reviews. Let me say that again. I don't think y'all understand how big this is. They have a 5-star rating on Google. Their customer service really speaks for itself. So if you ever find yourself with a device that isn't performing as it should, give iDrop a call at 865-888-9740 or check them out on Facebook at iDrop of Knoxville. If man made it, they can fix it. JC's Tree and Landscaping Service specializes in quality tree work done at an affordable price. Trimming and removing trees are their specialty. They also offer other services like land clearing, stump grinding, crane services, and all of your basic landscaping needs for both commercial and residential. JC's will give you a free estimate and beat any written quote by a competitor to guarantee that you get the lowest price around. Don't risk your land with a fly-by-night service. JC's Tree and Landscaping is licensed and insured. Give them a call at 865-599-3799.
For a replay of each day's Swain Event TV, like us on Facebook.
Hour 3 here in the Swain Event, powered by Low T Center and lowtcenter.com, reinventing men's healthcare. Go to lowtcenter.com right now and order a home sleep test. Get the results in a day. Get your CPAP in 4 days. Take care of yourself, man. Address those snoring issues. If you have sleep apnea, Low T Center can get you squared away, get you taken care of. Go to their website, again, lowtcenter.com. Let's get back to Buck Nasty, and then we're going to talk to our guy, Kari Blassingame, here at 9:30. So, Buck Nasty, good morning.
Hi, I'm Bob Kesslin, and we're back from station identification.
Are you drunk this morning, Buck Nasty? Are you hungover?
He did get into that moonshine last night.
I had to call back to tell you how the dream went. Y'all got to know how it goes.
I do want to know.
It was magnificent.
I want to know if you hung over.
Not too bad. I mean, most of the time I chase it with a little Sprite, and it picks me right up for breakfast the next morning.
All right. But I want you to continue. Go ahead, Mr. Kessling.
All right. Tennessee just scored on a beautiful throwback pass from Holiday to Bailey running down the sideline there, and Tennessee is now behind by 1 point in this ball game. Yeah, Bob, I didn't think they'd have it in them, but they got 3 seconds left to go. Let's see what Pruitt does here, if he elects to kick it or if they're going to go for two. I'm sure they're going to kick it, Tim. Pruitt is sending out the offense. Can you believe this? Ain't a doubt in my mind. Knew it the whole time, Bob. Pruitt has got Bailey in at quarterback and Lenneth Whitehead lined up in the backfield. I don't know if you noticed this, Bob, but Elijah Simmons running fullback for him. Ain't a question in my mind that they're running it behind Big Trey Smith on this play. I think everybody in the country knows it. Here we go. Bailey takes the snap, hands it off to Whitehead, and he goes over the top. There'll be no tie today. Tennessee takes down number 1 Alabama here at home at Neyland Stadium. They scored. It's 22-21. Tennessee just whipped them. They spanked them like a big can of whoop-ass. That's all I got, boys. That was a dream.
What year is this? Is this
2020?
Oh, this is 2020.
I can tell it was really a dream because Harrison Bailey is at quarterback.
That's what I said. He lined up at quarterback. They do the end around, throw it over here to Holiday, and he throws it to Bailey on the backside when he slipped out of the backfield.
That's a pretty good dream right there, Buck Nasty.
Would you say that seeing Harrison Bailey at quarterback in your dream was the climax of the dream?
I ain't kidding you. I almost woke up a little when I seen that. It just busted me wide open. I couldn't believe with my own eyes in my own dream what was going on. See, I was hammer drunk in the front row. I seen the whole thing. But I had on the headphones so I could hear the play-by-play. You know what I mean?
Buck Nasty.
It was a wild time.
Buck Nasty never disappoints, my friend. You never disappoint.
Boys, I'm going to get off here. Y'all have a good day.
All right, man. You too. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. What you think about that, Ben?
But just typical Buck Nasty.
He went Bob Kessling on us today. Oh man! So here soon we'll be joined by Kari. Blasting came here on the Swain event. I don't even know how to talk right now, man. I don't even know how to talk right now, man. My goodness. Butt nasty, something else, man. This is a special reunion right here.
It is.
This is special. I mean, this is probably my favorite non-Tennessee player in some time, to be honest. I'm a big fan of Kari Blasingame. And he's a 256 boy. He's right there from Huntsville, Alabama. He is former teammates with Ben McKee, good friends with Ben. And I got a chance to meet Kari Blasingame at Ben's wedding. I'm going to disregard all the VU hand signals that was going on during the wedding. I will chalk it up as some extracurricular beverages that was going on. But Kari, thanks so much for joining the show, man. It's good to hear from you, my friend.
Hey, thanks for having me on, man.
Hey, man, congratulations to you. I mean, going to the Minnesota Vikings, undrafted free agent, being on the practice squad, working your butt off, showing other teams that you are a player in this league, and then the Titans picking you up. You're from Huntsville. You played at Vanderbilt, and you get a chance to go and help the NFL's rushing champion, man. I'm so happy for you, so proud of you, my friend, and just congratulations so far.
I appreciate it, man. It was fun, so I really appreciate you saying that, man.
Ben, I can't believe you would post that photo of you and Kari on Twitter. Did Kari give you permission to post that?
No.
Hey, he ain't have to. We look good, don't it?
No.
That's right.
I don't know,
That
man.
is right.
Ben looked like a member of the Backstreet Boys.
I had the Bama Bangs rocking.
He had the Bieber, the swoop going on.
Yeah, man. That was too easy. That was a layup right there, man.
What's unfortunate is that there is an even greater photo of when Kari and I were at the beach. It was my senior year, I believe, and Kari's junior year. We were at Gulf Shores for a spring break baseball tournament, and we took a picture on the beach. And I thought about posting that one, but I knew that would open the floodgates for jokes, so I decided not to.
I'm about to go find that one, man, because it's on my Instagram somewhere.
Oh, Lord. Now people are going to go find it.
Well, Kari, you, my friend, I don't know if you know this, but you have been the reason why Tennessee fans have given Ben a hard time about Vanderbilt because we understand that Tennessee and Vanderbilt, I guess it's a rivalry, whatever. It's a rivalry, and Ben has rooted for you in this rivalry. Now, he may not root for Vanderbilt, but he has rooted for your success, and he supports you. But Tennessee fans have turned that into Ben being a Vanderbilt fan. So you have to understand, Kari, Ben is a really good friend because he's taking a lot of crap from Tennessee fans because of his support of you, my friend.
Hey, Ben, I appreciate it, man. You taking some heat. I've actually seen like some fans calling him Vanderben. I've actually seen that on Twitter. I think that's kind of funny.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it has started a train. Vanderben, and then that got all Ben going, or Texas A and Ben. If I talk good about another school, there is a nickname to follow. It's all because of you, too.
They're going to be on your head, huh?
They already are on my head. They have been for years now, all because of you.
Hey, I appreciate you taking that heat for the friendship, man.
Hey, you know how it is. Kari, I wanted to have you on because you do have a very unique story on how you got to the point to where you are now. The Titans fullback blocking for Derrick Henry, the rushing leader. I like to joke that Derrick Henry doesn't get off that touchdown pass in the playoff game if you don't seal the edge there. I like to joke that Derrick Henry gets sacked right there if it weren't for you. But I want to go back to high school, and people don't know this, but you were originally committed to Minnesota. And then James Franklin moves on to Penn State. Derek Mason comes in, offers you a scholarship. Just kind of walk us through that decision to stay near the 256, stay near Huntsville, and go to Vanderbilt instead of Minnesota.
Yeah, so I was committed to the University of Minnesota, like you mentioned. And, it was actually, I don't know if you know this, but it was actually Coach Wright who helped me get on Vanderbilt's radar. So Coach Wright is our baseball coach from high school. And he actually helped me get on Vanderbilt and James Franklin's radar from a baseball game. I think they were there to see Kyle or whatever. And and he got either, I think it was the baseball coach. I don't know if it was Tim Corbin, but it was the baseball coach who then talked to Tim Corbin, who then talked to James Franklin, and then went to a camp, and things just started rolling from there. And James Franklin never offered. I was close to getting it, but he just never offered me. There was a guy in front of me. So, like you said, so I committed to Minnesota in, I think it's December. But when James Franklin left for Penn State, he took a lot of recruits with him.
Mm-hmm.
And I was on the board, and Coach Mason came in, and I guess he saw fit that it was a good fit and extended the offer. And Vanderbilt was originally where I wanted to go. Went to a couple camps junior year, and it just kind of felt right. So, and then I did some research, and it became like my top school because, the academics and playing in the SEC and being close to home, like you said, man, you can't really beat being about 2 hours away from home in college.
Go ahead.
So when that happened, I just had to call Coach Kill and Coach Sawville, who were great dudes, and let them know that I wasn't coming anymore, and then I was going to Vanderbilt. And I think it's been like the best decision of my life.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but if I remember correctly, as you mentioned, Coach Wright, our high school baseball coach, who is the dad of Kyle Wright, who pitched at Vanderbilt, now pitching for the Atlanta Braves. If I remember correctly, wasn't there a time where there was the potential of you playing baseball for Vanderbilt as well?
Man, if you say potential, you got to put that in air quotes. You got to think about, like, the level of athlete, like the level of baseball player they got. Like, I thought about it, and I had mentioned it to Coach Mason at one point. But, I moved positions at Vanderbilt, so I never really got my foot in to where I felt, like, solid enough to be like, all right, I want to go do a tryout and just have I feel like I would have probably had the opportunity to do a tryout, but they got some ballers over there on baseball. It's no telling I would have made that after not playing baseball for a few years. But I definitely thought about it. It would have been fun, I think. But Tim Corbin runs a tight ship over there, and they got some legit baseball players. So there's no telling what would have happened.
I think one of the unique aspects of your journey, and it is something that you just mentioned, is the position changes that you went through during your time at Vanderbilt. And in high school, you played safety, and your senior year, you were the bell cow. You were the running back on the football team, playing both ways, and then you signed at Vandy as a DB, as a safety, and then at one point, I believe it was your true freshman. No, because you redshirted. So your redshirt freshman season, you ended up starting at Ole Miss at linebacker, and then eventually you moved to running back, and then now you're in the league playing fullback. So just kind of walk us through the thought process that went into changing positions and kind of your road to playing fullback.
Man, it's wild. I've been playing like different positions every year since doggone middle school almost. So when I played, at Buckhorn, like you mentioned, I played like safety my 10th grade year. And then my 11th grade year, we went to a different system, and it was me and a guy named Dustin Scott. We played corner because the coach liked to play man. So I played corner, a little bit of kick return, a little bit of receiver, whatever. Then my senior year was when Coach O.C. came in. Shout out to Coach O.C. He's not a coach at Giles County, by the way, but shout out to Coach O.C. He moved me, so I played safety again, and then he moved me to running back, and I think that's what really helped my film jump is the fact that, I played running back and was able to score and do some things with the ball in my hand. And so then I get to college, and I'm a safety. I got recruited at safety, as you mentioned, and there was a coach, his name's Coach Bankin. He was the running back coach. He always used to joke about me, being a running back and coming to play running back for him. And I would joke and tell him, make the trade just jokingly, but he was actually very serious, and so but I kept playing defense, played safety that first year on the scout team, red shirted, safety and nickel looks like that, and then moved to linebacker because there was an opportunity. They were light in numbers. There was an opportunity to play, and yeah, you're right. I ended up starting that Ole Miss game and played a little bit and played really well on special teams. And then that very next year, I initially moved to fullback for the spring, but I wanted to carry the ball, as most people would if they're playing, fullback, running back.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to carry the ball, and it just so happened that one of my good friends, Bailey McElwain, came into the program, and he was a true fullback, and that allowed me to move to tailback and get more touches as a tailback. And then it just went from there for the rest of those 3 years that I played tailback. So
and
then in the league, oh, my bad.
I just want to ask you about that running back room at Vanderbilt, because looking back on it now, that running back room had 3 professional football players: Ralph Webb, yourself, and Keyshawn Vaughn.
Oh yeah, it's some dogs in there, man. Shout out to Ralph. Ralph was a good teammate. He's an even better running back, good running back, real explosive, strong as an op. Like I'm talking about, when we're lifting, and don't forget about Jamari Wakefield. He's super strong. We used to work out, and just really get after it. I think the best thing about our room was the competition. Like everybody thought that they could be the guy and wanted to be the guy, and we competed every day. I feel like, and it just made all of us better. And yeah, Keyshawn, he's the same way. Super strong, super explosive. His vision is elite. I think. I feel like he's one of the better backs in the draft this year, man.
Corey, I've been impressed, quite frankly, with guys like yourself that you go to Vanderbilt, and yes, the education is there, but you guys, you gotta look around, and there's Tennessee Titan stuff all everywhere. There's Tennessee Vol stuff everywhere, and you're right there in Nashville. You're downtown, and if I played at Vanderbilt, it would be really easy to hate Tennessee, to be honest. And I understand and respect that. And over the last couple of years, not only have you beaten Tennessee, but you've embarrassed Tennessee. And even with that going on, you haven't had the crowds there that you deserve. You haven't had the support there you deserve. And I know you live in Nashville, so I ain't trying to get you in trouble with some of the Vanderbilt alum. But, what do you think it is going to take for the crowds to be where it needs to be? Because you guys deserve upgraded equipment. You deserve upgraded facility. You deserve to have a packed house. You deserve it because you guys are busting your butts, and you have beaten programs like Ole Miss. You've beaten programs like Georgia and Tennessee over the years, even if it's James Franklin or Derek Mason. You guys have fought your butt off and kind of earned that respect that when I was playing, Vanderbilt just didn't get. From teams that I played on, but that's different now. What do you think it's going to take to get that support level where it needs to be there?
To be honest, I don't really know. Winning fixes everything, and winning consistently would obviously be the first answer. Like even the teams that I was on, and shout out to Coach Mason because he really takes his time to develop players and to develop teams, and we had good teams together those last 3 years that I was there, 2016 through 2018. But just as a team, I just feel like, and I wish I could go back and do things differently, but we just didn't put it all the way together. We had bowl game teams, but we just didn't put it all the way together. So I think winning consistently, and then just I think the athletic department is in a great position right now with Candace Lee being with AD Candace Lee being in charge now. I got tremendous respect for her, and I think some of the things that she does will help the program. I think Coach Mason is running a good program where he develops players, and if you look at it, he's put a lot of players in the league these past 3 years, whether it's on the active roster or practice squad. So I just think I just think, man, winning consistently, certain, marketing things that can just help get us out to Nashville.
Mm-hmm.
But Nashville is a big market. There's a lot of stuff going on here. You got Preds, you got the Titans. I mean, it's easy for Vanderbilt to get lost in the sauce a little bit with everything going on in Tennessee, like with everything going on in Nashville. So I guess it's just about getting people to see the value in a SEC football Saturday evening, Saturday afternoon. I think it's a great experience, and if people start seeing value in that and start just connecting with the teams and also just winning more, or not winning more, really just winning consistently. I think Coach Mason's done a good job. We just got to win it. We just got to, win consistently.
Yeah. Kari Blasingame here on the Swain event, Tennessee Titans fullback, former Vanderbilt running back, fullback, safety, you name it, man. Did it all there at Vanderbilt, and went to high school with Ben McKee there at Buckhorn High School. Last night, Kari, I was checking out the Scott Scorch and Manny Fresh producer battle on IG Live or IGTV last night, and they were dropping some classics, man. I was over here jamming, and one song that Manny played is one of the best classics of all time, and that is Juvenile, Back That Thing Up. And as I heard that song, Carr, I had a flashback. I had a flashback to Ben's wedding, and Ben's grandma was on the dance floor dropping it like it's hot to that song. Now, we've told this story on the show many a times, but we have not had a third person corroborate our story. You were at the wedding, Kari. Can you back up the story that Ben's grandma was getting down to Juvenile's Back That Thing Up?
I'm gonna be real. I don't remember that.
You didn't see it?
I don't know. I really wish I could honestly corroborate that story, but I don't.
No, you don't.
That, bro.
You don't want to go back and see that.
Well, Ben has video footage.
Hey, well, if Ben got video footage, too, I mean, I can corroborate it then.
We gotta get you the video there. We gotta get you the video.
Yeah, that is something you don't want to relive.
No, what I do remember being out there, and I think it was me and your dad being like, we were kind of, just messing around, and it was not a lot going on, but it was fun. It was like when the DJ was playing, it was fun. A lot of people were on the dance floor, so I can see that happening. Yeah.
And your favorite part was actually when we played a Rocky Top and we cut the Tennessee cake.
That's not true. That's not true. But it was a good experience. I'm glad you had fun. But
yeah, I saw you, Carl. I saw you, Carl. You throwing up some gang signs, man. I don't know, man. I thought about calling police and the gang unit to come up in there and keep their eyes on you, man. I think you throwing up some gang signs or something.
Oh, you talking about the VU?
Yeah. I got the police to follow you on your way home, man. You was speeding. I saw that. No, I'm just kidding, man. Ben, go ahead.
Corey, I think I've told you this when you and I have just chopped it up just on the phone or whatever. But the thing I admire most about your time at Vanderbilt isn't what you did on the football field, but it is what you were aspiring to be off the football field in case football did not work out. Tell the good folks what you majored in there at Vandy, and when football does come to an end one day, what would you like to do with that degree?
So I majored in medicine, health, and society. It's an interdisciplinary, medical studies and just a study of the health field. It's kind of like public health. So that's my major. And then I minored in African American diaspora studies. And right now I'm getting my master's at Peabody, and it's in leadership and organizational performance. So really what I want to do with all of that is put that together and get into healthcare administration. Might have to do a little bit more school, but I want to get into healthcare administration and really just work on, health inequities, people who look like me, and just health inequities in general for people, who don't have access to quality healthcare, things of that nature.
Good stuff.
Great stuff. Corey, I kind of derailed you earlier when we were talking about your career path on the football field. I want to get back to that and talk about your time there with the Minnesota Vikings. You did not get drafted, but you were quick to sign an undrafted free agent deal with the Vikings, and made their practice squad and was on their practice squad for, 7 or 8 weeks or so, and just kind of not a bad fit per se, but you were behind C.J. Ham, a fullback who just got paid. So what was that experience like? Why did you sign with the Vikings as an undrafted free agent, and what did you learn during your time there in Minnesota?
Oh yeah, so the Vikings, I thought it was a great opportunity for me. I talked to Coach KP, who's the running back coach up there, a lot during the pre-draft process, and I just kind of understood that my role in the NFL would have to be different. I'll have to be able to do a lot of different things if I was going to make it. And playing fullback is one of those things that me and, my agent, and just along with the advice of a lot of others that I saw was going to help me stick around in the league. And so Minnesota kind of saw that same thing, and they offered me a deal to come up there and work, as an undrafted free agent and learn from Coach KP and CJ. And I think that was actually the best situation for me because I learned a lot from Coach KP. That's Kennedy Palomalu, by the way. But I learned even more. I wouldn't say even more, but I learned a lot as well from CJ. CJ is a great dude, and he really took me. The first time I met him, he was, I think it was a new offense for him as well. He was like, "Look, we're gonna learn together," and that was big for me. And he was just, open arms, just teaching me everything that I needed to know about playing fullback. And I watched a lot of his process, from how he got massages, the way he studied, that helped me turn into an NFL football player. And so, they treated me well there on the practice squad, and I think they had a plan. It just didn't work out how we all saw it to work out. But yeah, Minnesota was a fun experience. I liked the guys up there, and CJ helped me out a lot with just, my own process as an NFL football player.
And then the Titans go ahead and sign you off that practice squad. What was it like to find out that the Titans were not only signing you, but they were signing you to their active roster, and then you were signed during that bye week, and then that next week, the Titans' first game with you on their team, you're starting that game. Walk us through that experience.
Oh man, that experience was kind of crazy, man, because you get signed off a practice squad. I had an apartment, everything up there in Minnesota, everything like that. And then you got to come down here. I was living in a hotel for a few days, and then I got an apartment over here. And next thing you know, I think we're playing. It's the Jags is the first game. And it is wild to actually move to a new team, have a week of practice, and be included right into the first game plan. And granted, I was just blocking, right? No real targets that game or anything like that. But just to be able to do that and contribute on special teams, it was wild, man, and it was fun. It was definitely a whirlwind. But coming down here, I think it was the perfect time when it happened, and I credit, my teammates like Dion and Derek, and then the coaches for just getting me up to speed. Coach Tony Dews, he spent a lot of time with me, helping me learn the game plan and things like that. But it was just really fun, man. It was just that first game, and then just going through it. It was a whirlwind. A lot of stuff wasn't in place as far as my furniture and where I was living, but it was just fun, man. I was sleeping on an air mattress for the first 3 days when I was there.
Wow.
About to get ready to play the Jaguars. So it was a unique experience, man. I'm glad it happened the way it did.
Kari, explain to us what it's like blocking for someone who is bigger than everybody else on the football field. I mean, Derrick Henry, we watch him just carry the Titans all the way to the AFC Championship game, and that's not to overshadow the great work by Ryan Tannehill in the Baltimore Ravens game, or the defense and how they play special teams. But, man, Derrick Henry just kind of stole the show with how he's running the football. And you are his fullback. But he's the biggest dude on the field, man. What was it like the first time you kind of stood next to him? I remember there's a picture online when Mark Ingram came back to Alabama for a game, and Mark Ingram was like an honorary captain, and Derrick Henry was a captain. He was playing, and Mark Ingram was standing next to Derrick Henry, and Mark Ingram looked like Derrick Henry's like little cousin. I mean, that's a big dude, man. What was it like the first time you kind of stood beside him, and what is it like, blocking for right now is the best back in the league?
Man, what is it like? It lets you know that I need to get out the block and I need to get out the way. Ben told me I can't cuss because we on the radio, but I would have said get the H out the way. He's moving fast, he's explosive, and like you said, he's big. I mean, just looking at him, you can see him being an edge rusher.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like he's that big. And even Coach Vrabel joked one time. He was like, "Man, how in the world is the fullback? How in the world is the tailback bigger than the fullback?" And I was like, "That's because this tailback is not from this world. Like he's an alien, man. This fool is all of 6'4", 250 something, and he's fast. I mean, he's a freak. And then you pair that with his work ethic and some of his natural God-given abilities like vision and just his feet and the way he gets through holes. It's fun to block for him because if you get him to block, he's gonna make something explosive. So it's fun to block for him and then watch him run a long way.
Was there somebody that you encountered this year in the hole that it was like a wow moment, like they either popped you or I guess a guy that it was a difficult blocking assignment?
And all of the guys are really like good. You got to bring your A game all the time. But there was one hit in the Chiefs game. We were running a play, and I can't remember who it was. I had to go back and look at the game plan to remember his name. But it wasn't Reggie, but it was a guy. He shot through the hole and really laid the wood. Man, that's when I realized like you really got to bring it like every play. Like I was bringing it, but this guy, he's a vet. He probably saw the play coming. I was probably giving it away with my eyes. But it was in the Chiefs game. I had to go back and look and see who it was. But he really got me. He got me.
Well, Corey, first, thank you for beating the Ravens. As you know, I did grow up a Steelers fan, and we have a compadre here on the show, Brad Matthews, who is a huge Ravens fan who was giving me crap all year long. So thank you for playing a part in ending the Ravens season and making sure that the Steelers had as many playoff wins as the Ravens. But Corey, I appreciate you coming on this morning. I got mad love for you, and always happy to see you succeed. Thank you for your time this morning.
Hey, much love, bro. Appreciate you for having me on, and I'm glad we could do you that solid with the Ravens, man.
Now I got to get that Titans jersey, that 41 jersey with your last name on it, though.
Hey, you know what's crazy? They're still not selling it. I think I moved too late in the season, and I haven't seen it online. I've been trying to get one, too.
I'll have to custom make it.
Well, oh, yeah, that's the option. That's the option for sure.
Corey, thank you so much, man.
I had to mess with you, bro. I had to get one when it comes out.
Love it. I love it, man. Buckhorn love right there, man. Look at that Buckhorn love right there. Big thanks to Corey. Big thanks to Walker Romero for joining the show today. The Swain event is fueled by Dead End Barbecue, top 100 barbecue restaurant in America. Please continue to social distance. Please look after one another. And please join us back here at 7 a.m. in the morning. Swain events fueled by Dead End Barbecue. For Ben McKee, I am Jason Swain. Peace and love. We are out.
Hour 3 of the Swain event is brought to you by the Low T Center